Hey everybody, and welcome back to Etherfields. How's it all going out there? Hope everyone's having a nice time. It seems like it's bedtime, a good time to go to sleep and start exploring this game, which is all about dreaming. So, we are on part 6 of Etherfields, and if you haven't been keeping up, then we're pretty far into it. I say that we're not. We've made headway. We're at a point now where the game world really has opened up and presented us with a lot of options. I, of course, am playing as both the Free Spirit and the Reaper characters, and I asked my subscribers on YouTube which dream I should be doing in this live stream, and they responded with the answer, "Wait, who lives in my house?" So today we're going to go ahead and do this dream, which you can't see on this camera. So let's hop over here to the table. Oh, having a bad time today with the green screen. Let's just sort that out real quick. Wait, who lives in my house? I got Greg Frister. Hey Greg, how's it going? Jason, greetings from Minnesota. Greetings, Jason. How you doing, man? And Heggers is here, of course. Thanks so much for joining me, Toby, man. It's good to see you. Do you think we will ever see you guys play Altar Quest or Dungeon Crusade? Oh, we're derailing the stream right away. Actually, I will address that question, Jason, because I did reach out, actually, to, I want to say BlackRock Games, who make Altar Quest, and, we have been talking about doing something, but, they did run out of review copies of Altar Quests, and I don't have a copy, and I don't know anyone that's got a copy, so, I would have to go out and buy it, and quite frankly, I've got an entire shelf full of games over here of stuff that I really should be covering on the channel. Let's have a quick look and see if we could just head to this camera. I'm going to be in two places at once. How crazy is that? Whoa! There's this angle. This is like basically review copy shelves or games I bought to review that I have not yet reviewed. So I need to get to these before I start buying more review games. Hey, Difter! Hey, man. How's it going? So, Altar Quest is a game I would love to take a look at, but maybe if we're lucky, I hope they're called BlackRock Games, might send me a review copy of their next thing, which is the superhero one they're doing. But again, it's the Sadler Brothers modular deck building system. So, hopefully we'll get to have a look at one of their new. There's no space in that Calyx, man. What are you talking about? I have so many Calyx in this room. So, this is our goal today. Wait, who lives in my house? It is my home, I think. But the door is different. I know every corner of this room. But something's off. So, in this dream, we may find a very helpful quirk card. The district is in Suburbia, which is the basic district you start in. We'll need 2 keys in order to get in here, which is entirely doable. And then there's a whole setup thing, which we'll read later. Wow, the green screen is not happy today. I don't know, sometimes it's happy and sometimes it's sad. And I cannot explain why, because it should be consistent, and it is not. Hey, Jason, listen, thanks so much for your kind words. It's always nice to hear. I really do appreciate the positive feedback, and I hope you have a good time playing Nemesis. Just get some friends who are in for stabbing each other in the back, and you'll have a good time. Race for the escape pods, man. But yeah, we'll be doing some more Nemesis as well. So I will be continuing the Nemesis story mode, seeing as I have finally managed to get past mission 3. But for the meantime, I am playing on with Etherfields. And can I just say, out of all my games, I don't know what it is about this, but this one takes the longest to set up for a live stream. Like, good lord, this game takes a long time to set up. I don't know if it's just me being meticulous, placing out all these little picture tokens, but it takes a long time. But I would like to do more Etherfields. This is the one game where I feel like I would love to be able to leave the live stream setup all the time, because it's, you know, it's like a 2-3 hour setup and tear down every time I do a live stream. but I just don't have the space to leave it set up all the time, or the desk. But man, this game is one that I wish I could just sort of leave set up and just cover up and come back to. Partly because of the way the progress cards works and things like that. Like sleeping after every dream and then awakening again, I think is a really interesting way to play it. And I'm interested to see if the game breaks down because of this playstyle. Because, you know, there are certain cards that are like, when you have this many progress cards prepared, get rid of this card and do something else. And I just feel like, you know, doing one dream at a time, I'm never going to reach that. And maybe that's okay. Maybe that's like a balancing mechanic or balancing mechanism where it's like, you know, it's okay not to get rid of the, like, I suspect that when you get rid of those cards, something bad happens. So it's sort of an escalation point, you know, and maybe it's okay I'll never get there because I'll never be reaching that sort of level of prowess with the characters because I keep packing it away and sort of saving it between games. But Hager says, really been struggling to get Etherfields back to the table. Not that I don't enjoy it, but it's just proving to be a struggle. The setup time is long, man. It's a long setup and teardown, I find. And I can't exactly pinpoint what it is. I mean, maybe it's all the tokens. Maybe it's these little dealy bops here, because you want to have these out on the table so you can spot the pictures, which is a fun mini game, but, you know, it takes a while to set them up. Maybe it's the fact that it consumes table space. It might be this terrible playmat. I have actually, at my own expense, ordered the one that's the other way round. I mean, interestingly, because of the way my hand camera works here, I call this the hand camera because it's sort of down close to the table, but hopefully, so this sort of shows you guys a close-up here. Because of the way this camera works, this sideways layout actually kind of works better for this camera, but I can honestly say I didn't realize how annoying this sideways layout was until I actually started playing with it. And I think I was annoyed with it like subconsciously, and then someone like people were talking about it on the Etherfields group, and they were like, this sucks, and I was like, yeah, it does suck. Eggers, yeah, I mean, you could, or if you've got the mat, I don't know, man, I'd just be tempted to cut up the cardboard one. I know it sounds crazy, but like at this point, I splashed out on the mat partly because I'm doing the filming, but like, you know, what do you need? Like, I've not used the cardboard board at all, so really I should have just chopped that up. I don't honestly, now that I think about it, I don't know why I didn't. It's got some back talk from some channels on the board design. Do you feel like it's poor design? Jason, I actually misread your question there. I just thought you said it had back talk about the overall design. But I did segue into the board design because it has had back talk, and I do feel it's poor design, yes. I think that, yeah, it's pretty awkward. And I just, I also feel like, I don't know, I feel like this is possible. I feel like every time I stream this game, it's also like a couple of hours of going through this slumber deck until we get to do the fun part. Like, every dream I've done so far, I've pretty much thoroughly enjoyed. Don't get me wrong, they're filled with the same sort of frustrations I often have with these kinds of games where I feel like I'm supposed to be making good decisions or interesting strategic choices, and I wind up sort of getting caught out because I didn't maybe discern the clues correctly. It's the exact same frustrations I have in Journeys in Middle-earth. But the point is, overall, even though I get frustrated, I come away with an overall positive sort of experience of these dreams. I really enjoy the dreams. This slumber deck sucks, and I don't know why it's here, and I hate it. I honestly, the slumber deck drives me nuts. I don't know why we have to wander around looking for keys. This whole overworld map could have just been like a Gloomhaven sticker thing, where we're just putting out stickers to go to these dream cards. I don't know. I don't derive any joy from this. It just feels like bloat to me. And interestingly, it was the thing that was in the prototype that we reviewed positively on the channel. This was the thing that was not in the prototype. It was just missing. You know, so they've added this and they've added that, and I just don't get what it adds. And I think there's a dream in here, actually. The Swamp Mill, which I forgot, says on it. It says on the Swamp Mill, like, go here to get rid of slumber cards. And I'm like, okay, I can't wait for that. I'm going to go there next. Because I don't want to, like, cut out content. And, you know, I did watch the I did watch the Shut Up and Sit Down review as well, and I wholeheartedly agree with Quinn's, where once you start altering the design of a game and a game's mechanisms to manage your own enjoyment, it is a slippery slope to where do I stop doing that, you know? Like and then suddenly the rules of the world begin to unravel, and then it's hard to find enjoyment in a lot of it, you know? But there is a story mode as well. There are rules for a story mode in the book, which I would like to check out as well. But first, Swamp Mill first. Let's see what tools the game gives me for managing the slumber deck and the keys and things. If we can bring that down to sort of like an hour of gameplay per dream or something, that would probably be a lot more tolerable for me. And Jason, thank you very much for the donation. That's super kind, man. I really, really appreciate that. And it's only with support like that from you guys that we're able to keep this thing going, you know, because well, we do all of this content, and we don't do a lot of sponsored content. Only the instructional videos are sponsored. So from time to time, I think I can count on one hand the number of sponsored instructional videos. So, but we're working on it because I love making those rules videos, and I would love to keep making more of them. But it's just one of those things where it's sort of like setting up that business end of things takes time. But these live playthroughs we do and talking about the games, and I want to do sort of some more review type stuff as well. And we will of course get back to our traditional series and the final thoughts once the world opens up again and we're able to do that. But you know, we do all of that thanks to the support of the wonderful YouTube viewers like Jason and our patrons on Patreon. So thanks so much to all of you guys out there who support this content, and they enable us to sort of speak our minds about the games we love, the games that we want to love. I didn't actually play Myth, Jason, so I can't make the comparison. Haters, I haven't checked out the Fan app. That's the one that's on. Difter says, yeah, check out the Patreon if you want to help me choose the next rules and setup video. I've got a poll up on Patreon for it's been 12 months of the Patreon. Sorry guys, I'm shilling way up front. I will get to the gameplay ASAP, but just I did want to say thank you to the Patrons by producing a setup and rules video that they chose from my collection, so that's what we're in the process of doing now. Although I noticed someone picked Cloudspire, and they obviously, I don't know if it's what it is. I'm gonna have to maybe reach out to that person because oh, thanks Haggers, that's so kind of you to say. And you're such a generous supporter of the Patreon as well. I do really appreciate it. But I did make a rules and setup for Cloudspire. It's had a lot of positive feedback as well. To be fair, I'm basically covering the sort of the fundamentals of the game in the competitive mode, and I know that there's a solo mode as well. But I did do a setup and rules video for Cloudspire, and I gotta say that was really, really, really difficult. So if you are looking for one, it's long, but it's very accurate. I know because somebody commented that on the video, and also I made sure of it. I think actually the scripting process I use for the rules videos now was invented because of the Cloudspire video. It was a lot of work. The app is very similar to the ISS Vanguard app, where it gives a great jump into the script method. Yeah, it's a browser app, isn't it? I actually think I saved it on my phone. Let me have a quick look. I don't know if it's what exactly it covers, but let's have a quick look. Ah, here it is. Etherfields scripted app. Yeah, okay, so it's looks like this, and you can find this is the one you guys are talking about, right? You can see my new version available. Refresh. Cookies. Oh my god. Yes, give me the cookies. Okay, so campaign. Or Belshazzar, I guess. So, okay, so you just type in the secret script number and it just brings it up? And then I don't have to go into the book? Is that what the dealio is? I guess it's got the FAQ in here as well. Does it have the FAQ? Because that would be great. This is actually pretty good, yeah. Reference? Are these all the reference cards? Game setup? Okay. So it's got the game setup here to help you get the game set back up and stuff like that. Awakening. So some of these are some of the wisdom cards that you unlock as you go through the game as well. It doesn't look like it has the FAQ, which is a bit of a shame. I do wish they had included that because there's some stuff in the FAQ that's really, really useful and important. But oh, I believe one of the guys, though, it says here in the about section, that it says here additional help from Tony, whose name I'm gonna butcher here, but Guyen. And I know that Tony's watched one of the live streams before, so hi Tony, thanks for helping with this app. And there's all the credits as well for all the people who worked on this. Thanks everybody for your wonderful work. I do appreciate it when people go out of their way to help with this kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna leave my app here so I can use that for the secret book, and we'll see how it works out. My phone will probably run out of batteries though. It's a very old iPhone. Okay, so without further ado, let's crack on to the game here as well. Right. What are we doing first? How do I play Etherfields? I'm just gonna start moving around the dreamscape, I think. So we do actually start in suburbia, which makes me think this might be one of the easier dreams. At least I hope so. I also noticed that actually on Wait, who lives in my house, we got a turn deck of 6 cards, which means that it's probably going to be one of the shorter ones. So hopefully fairly straightforward, fairly easy. I heard from YouTube that it is wacky, so I'm excited to check it out. And we just need 2 keys. So basically, I don't know, man. Like, this is one of the things that kind of like gets me about this game, right? Because like, I always, and I'm just gonna, this is sort of relevant to our task at hand, because I'm like, I look at this map, you know, and I'm like, there's all of these places for me to go and sort of things for me to do, and obviously perhaps it's one of those things where later on, you know, as you have to go to all these different areas to sort of go to the different dream spots. There's one hiding up here under my face. But, you know, you got one over here, and there's one over here that you can't see because of the... We did have to go here at one point, but there's one up here as well. And, like, so far, most of my dreams have been here or here. And so I haven't, with the exception of the one that was over there, so I haven't really had to make much of a puzzle exploring all of this stuff. But, like, I almost inevitably wind up just doing this little short loop around here twice to get the 2 keys I need. Or if I need 3 keys, I'll do that loop twice and then wander off and get the 3rd key on the way. I don't know if there's... Alright, that's your 1, okay? That's your 1, YouTube. That's your 1. So, I mean, all I was going to say was there's like 6 cards here, and it looks like this huge, big, exciting puzzle, and I feel like by not... I don't know if I'm missing out on something by not engaging with it more. I've got this train ticket to go somewhere. In this case, I don't even need to leave this 1 card, so we'll see. We'll see about that. But, anyway... We start by wandering over here and resolving a fate card. Business as usual. So I got my my fate deck set up here. And we're off. Strange Hood. This is the this is a horrible card, but it says draw and place 1 Dreamscape Slumber Tile. If there's a quirk slot, place this card there. So fingers crossed this is one without a quirk space. I think it's 50-50. Let's find out. Blam! Yeah, this is one of the ones without a quirk space. So I do have this here. This is one of my next ambitions. When the Patreon, the funding coming from the Patreon gets higher, I want to increase this camera to a 4K. So when I do these zoom ins, the resolution's much better, and the resolution here will be much better. I mean, you'll see 1080p no matter what you're looking at, but at the moment this is sort of 1080p, but because it's just a webcam, the resolution's not great. And then if I do like a zoom in like this or like this, everything gets pretty out of focus. So I would love to increase the quality of this camera, but so that's my ambition at the moment. So any money that's not sort of supporting the ongoing costs of the channel is kind of being saved away for a better table camera. I hope you guys approve of this ambition for a better table camera, because I really think it's needed. I could get a better face cam, but yeah, who cares about that? Nobody needs to see my face. Right. So, anyway, card down there. This fate card's going in the discard because... Why is there no discard pile? Does it go on the bottom of the deck? I feel like it does go on the bottom of the deck. Maybe I'm crazy. Okay. Moving on to the next spot, which is a slumber card. I hope it's the doggos, because I've got a card to deal with the doggos when they come up. They came up in the last stream, so I haven't seen them yet. Oh, it's the Dreammonger. Right, so he's the one that we can contact to buy 6 new influence cards. And I am actually going to do this encounter, even though it's basically, I'm just going to end the slumber straight away. Because what it does is it gives me a chance to draw hands of cards, which I haven't done yet, and potentially prepare some action cards. I've got the Book of Birds. Sorry, prepare some progress cards. I've got the Book of Birds here to get some progress cards out as well. This is a tip Haggers gave me in the last playthrough, and I think it's a very good idea, so... We do represent the Dreammonger with a masked man. I mean, I don't know. I'm getting the mini out to show you guys the minis because of this mini, because I just feel like if I don't, then we won't have seen it for a while. But I'm not going to do anything. We'll just get the mini out for the sake of getting mini out. I've always found I loop the area where the dream is. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, Haggers, as well. Like, it's not, Which one is the masked man? Oh, it's this one, isn't it? Here he is. Bum ba da dum bum 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 ba. See, why are you so positive about this one? Is it the card sleeves? Is it the cards? I swear to God, if it's the card sleeves, I'm gonna be like, fair enough. And also, I'm still not. It's not the card sleeves. It's something about the shininess of the cards that messes with the green screen. Further investigation required. But yeah, I like this mini, and he looks kind of friendly. I don't know. I mean, masks are pretty creepy and everything. I like that the masks are the actual masks, kind of. Maybe, I don't know. They kind of look like the actual masks. Anyway, he's a cool mini. So, we'll put him out there. I'm not going to go and interact with him or anything. I'm just going to draw some cards. We get, what, 2 turns to do this? Yeah. Wait, how does this work again? There we go. Okie dokie. We can also unflip a card here, but not needed. 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's see if we got any decent progress cards to prepare here. Oh, we got Dark Source. I think I like this one. So this is on the Free Spirit. This is one of the ones I found somewhere. It's not one of our starting cards. So spoiler alert, I guess, but you're probably well past this, or you don't care if you're watching this by now. So place this card for 4 might. It says, my soul is getting darker. So you can only use this in a dark space. You may discard one shining stone and place 1 marker on the card, a maximum of 4. You may discard any number of cards to gain 4 might for each one discarded. Yeah, I do like this one, actually. It lets me convert a shining stone into 4 might. Although now that I've completed the shining stone one, I can do that with, I can discard shining stones for 2. But, we can probably prepare that. We can either... I don't have 4 might in hand. I can probably draw up to 4 next turn. But I could just use the Book of Birds. And the other thing about that, if I use the Book of Birds, so this is an item that just lets each dreamer prepare a card. And I almost always take this because I'm almost always starting the dream anew. This means that I can get a couple of progress cards out early pretty quickly for the dreamers. And then I will wind up crossing a sanctuary up here in my loop anyway. There's a sanctuary just here. So when I get there, you know, I can actually restore 1 item, which is random. It's a random item from the ones I've collected, but you know, it still just means that I'll get the free progress card and then I can get a bonus item. Yeah. Your map tile isn't aligned correctly. What you talking about? Oh, God, yeah, you're right. Thanks, hackers. That's going to catch me out every time. You know, it's the bias of first information. I did it wrong once, and I'm going to keep doing it wrong, even though I know better. Alright, what do we got over here for Reaper, then? Adrenaline, Hesitation, Optimization. That's a really good progress card for... I mean, to be fair, it's not a great progress card, actually, because I very rarely make it to the Delta phase. I think this would be much more useful. Sorry, a lot of this card's lost because of the green screen, but I think you get the idea. But it's expensive to place because it costs 6... Was I calling this... The red one, was I calling it Might earlier? It's definitely Wrath. And this... The green one is... Insight? I always forget what these are called. Hit me up in chat with the correct terms for the 3 things again, because I always forget. But anyway, so this lets you use the Delta phase twice. So when you exhaust the Slumber deck, the Delta phase comes up and you can do some restful things to restore yourself a bit. What I'll do, I think, is I'll pass one turn, and then I will, I'll pass one turn, and then I'll see what else I draw, and then we'll either prepare these 2 progress cards, or reconsider if I draw some more. Or if I prepare them both now, I'll draw more cards up. Actually, that might be better. Yeah, okay, I'm actually going to do that, I think, so... No, wait, but we always start with card draw, so I'll get the extra card. Yeah, no, let's wait. Alright, cool. So, we can pass a turn, because he's not moving, we're not going anywhere, none of it matters at the moment. And we can draw 2 more cards. Oh! Yeah... This is a good one to have for the Free Spirit, actually. Possibly better than that other one. So whenever you seal any cards, you may place a spirit token on your Dreamer board for each of these sealed cards. So that's really, really good, because those spirit tokens are how we use the back of her deck, her special ability. Spend any number of spirit tokens to gain 1 green, yellow, or red. Green awareness, wrath, and cunning? Yeah, that sounds right. So awareness, cunning, and wrath would be green, yellow, and red. So, Greg says, we play every other Wednesday. I'm jealous, Greg. I don't know when my last stream of this was, but obviously we started playing this at the beginning. What was it, end of October last year? So I guess it's been about 6 months since I started this. And I'm on episode 6. That's 1 a month, baby. At least we're still going. Alright, so... In any case... Yeah, so anyway, so I think I'll probably actually prepare this one. And what we've got here is just a hesitation. That's fine. For Reaper, we've got Pretty Tough. I like this one. It's the one where she takes a red one to draw a number of cards up to her hand limit. So she can essentially have 2 goes for 1 red pain token. Oh. This is an invisible card. This is a shame, actually, because I would have quite liked to for... This one says, yeah. Peek at 1 plus the number of green cards you've got prepared in the Fate or turn decks and put them back in any order. So this one could actually be really clutch, particularly with that turn deck. Like, the number of dreams have come up where there's been, like, some awful turn card. I'm like, I really wish I could do something about this or get rid of it. Like, I think my favorite card in the whole deck of the Dreamers is the card that's like... ignore one of the sections of the turn card, because it's so clutch sometimes. Greg Pfister says, I love the Gambler. I haven't played the Gambler, Greg! And I probably never will. But I'm glad to hear you like it. I hope that I quite like these 2, but I have no point of comparison. I mean, obviously we played with them in the other characters in the prototype, but, you know, that's, I think, kind of a different story. Okie dokie. So, we're going to trigger Book of the Birds. So this goes back to our item market, which is up here, hiding behind my head. And I'm going to prepare for free optimization on the Reaper because it's the only progress card she actually has. And I'm going to prepare the Spirit card for Free Spirit. And actually, do you know what? I might, do I have enough might? I'm tempted to prepare Dark Source as well, actually, for the Free Spirit. God, 3 up front? Yeah, let's do it while we're here. We're just discarding so many possibilities, Slap and Hesitation, which are basically just all some cards with points on. They don't do anything particularly special. Slap can be used to reroll dice, which is always useful because my rolls tend to be pretty bad. But let's get both of these prepped. And I think that's a pretty good start for the Free Spirit. I have to tuck them under the boards because I have literally no space on this table. I like the rolling mechanic. Oh, does the Gambler have a rolling mechanic? I probably would have enjoyed that too. I really do. I do really enjoy rolling dice. Most of the time. Okay. So, I guess we're going to end the dream there. There's nothing further for us to do here. So, the masked man will disappear off into the shadows. Our dream monger will go on the bottom of the slumber deck. And we continue our journey around the overworld by heading down here, revealing another fate card. Mike's only vice is rolling dice. I wish that were true, Heggers, but I have plenty of vices. Actually, that's not true. Do I? When I was younger, maybe. Little shop in the corner. You may return one of your chosen influence cards to the influence market to gain from hand or discard. Gain a number of ether equal to its cost. I've never done this. I do sort of enjoy deck building, and one of the things that attracted me to this game in the initial prototype was the promise of sort of building a deck over the course of the game. It felt like a kind of a hybrid between deck builders like Dominion and Aeon's End, where the whole game is deck building, and LCGs and Magic the Gathering, where the deck building is entirely preemptory. So essentially we're deck building as we go through this overworld, and then we're using the deck we've built during the overworld section in the adventure sections. A premise I absolutely adored, and I felt has really not been important even remotely at all to my play so far. But I don't know, I just haven't felt like I don't know, maybe it's because I haven't engaged with it enough, or I don't know, I can't say, but it just doesn't feel like it's really come out very much so far. And you know, I was gonna say one of the things I love doing about deck building is optimizing and all that kind of stuff, and this one lets me take a card out, potentially buy new cards that I would like better. But I don't feel like I have a very defined strategy with these two characters, and I also feel like if I was over specializing anyway, it would be way too limiting, because everyone kind of needs to do everything all the time. So I don't really know what kind of combos I'd be going for, but we'll see. Oh, Kickstarter, yeah. Hey, I'm getting better. I didn't back Assassin's Vanguard. Sorry, I got so many adventure games coming, but not one of them is a space adventure game. I wish I had a really good space adventure game. Okay, moving on to the next thing. We're going down here. We're going to get a key, a fate card, and then another slumber thingy. Key number 1. Oh, we got the penguin. I can't remember how the penguin works. What will the penguin show us today? I should have summoned the penguin in that other one. So you spend 6 contact or 1 ether, and then we get to draw a random penguin card, and the penguin will show up and show us something. Okay. You can tell Kickstarter's my vice, because I was like, proof that I'm not as bad as you say I am. I didn't back one thing. There was one Kickstarter that I didn't support. I'm getting better. Each dreamer seals 2 cards, or search the slumber deck for the Delta Phase card, reshuffle the deck, and place the Delta Phase card at the bottom. So I don't like sealing cards. Sealing cards is bad. I think it's worse when you don't sleep between every dream. Oh yeah, 6 per dreamer. Yeah, yeah. I say 6 per player. I count myself as 2 players in this instance. Yep. So, I mean, I've only had the 1 slumber card so far, and it's just been Dream Guy. So I guess we'll just do that. I mean, save myself sealing some cards until we absolutely, definitely need to seal some cards. Woo! All right. Get out of here, Vanishing Point. And now we're going to draw a fake card. Slumber card. That was the fake card. Here we go. If any dreamer has placed 3 progress cards or more, remove this slumber tile from the game and add another one. Otherwise, the slumber ends. Yeah, that's fine because I've only got 2 here and 1 there. They just say, yeah, if any dreamer. Well, they have it. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know if I'm disbalancing the game because I'll basically don't think I'll ever get to 3. I really don't like shuffling the slumber and map decks. There's just so few cards in the early game. Yeah, that's true, Haggers. I think I've unlocked a few more cards now, so it's slightly less bad shuffling this deck and the deck up there as well, but generally speaking, yeah. I agree with you. Now we're done here. We're moving on to the next thing, which is up here. Oh, it's a train station. Well, I'm not going anywhere. I do have a train ticket, but my dream is right there, so I'm not going anywhere. I'll just go over here and do another slumber. My chair. I think my chair is on uneven ground here. I'm like, what's going on? A wobbly chair. Oh no, this guy again. The nightmare janitor. Right, well I think we did pretty well at dealing with him last time. But I gotta remember how it works. Place 1 dirt in the space occupied by the janitor. You may move the janitor 1 space in any chosen direction. And there's dirt in every space. Yes. I mean, the out of turns thing, seal 3 cards, is not that bad. So our objective here is to cover these 2 tiles, yeah. If I remember correctly, we must cover these 2 tiles in dirt. Our Nightmare Janitor is going to start here, and then we can move them around and spread dirt. Using assault and contact actions, so they're range 1. And I think I usually... Where's my figure that I usually use for the Nightmare Janitor? I think it's this guy. This little human shapeshifter here. He's like, ah, hello! So we have done this one a bunch before. And this is what I mean. I'm kind of bored of this encounter now. You know, it's kind of like... I've done it like 3 times now. It's just a bit of faff. It's not adding much. But that's fine. We'll do it again! Alright, 3 turn cards. I mean, you do have the option to just seal 2 cards and skip it. And to be honest, sealing 2 cards for me at this stage is actually really not too bad. I'd gain 2 spirit tokens for the free spirit, which would be awesome. And Reaper has a ton of cards anyway. And when I get to Sanctuary, I can actually replenish an item, and I think each dreamer chooses one. Yeah, so a dreamer could choose to unseal a card as well. Or restore an item. So, you know, there's always that as well. Like, there's plenty of options for getting those out, but... Here we go. We're doing it anyway. So 3 turn cards off the top of this, flipped up over there. So the very first thing that happens is a morphing, and then a basic effect, and then roll the movement. The morphing is discard all dirt from every space with a dreamer. So ideally, I want to try to end my turn so that the dreamers are not on a space with dirt. Alright. And so it begins. So we're gonna... Free Spirit's gonna draw... She's got 1 card, so she draws 3... Right? Because you draw up to 4. God. I always think I remember all the rules for this, and then there's something that catches me out. I'm sure she draws 3. No, it's 4 cards. Draw 4 cards, and if you have more than 4, draw 2. Quick, Greg, you play every Wednesday. Help me out, buddy. I would use too many games that I play as an excuse for this, but honestly, you can't play too many games. I think it's just that I've never, other than the prototype, I never played this with a real person. Draw 4, always max out at 6. Thanks, Greg. Perfect. I was most of the way there. Appreciate you, buddy. Okay, so we've actually got 1 card, so draw 4 for the free spirit. We've got Pathfinder, Thoughtful Moment, Secret Door. Oh, I mean... This is actually probably... I'll probably just do this. I'd feel so cheap, but you just use the Secret Door, and then you can just get out of here, right? Each streamer suffers 1 red token, and then the dream ends. Also, I get a spirit token, which is awesome. Probably just wind up doing that. And we've got 5 cards here on the Reaper, so she'll just draw 1 more. So many possibilities. Just a classic, versatile card. I don't know if I should be getting rid of these, because maybe they're less useful in the later game, because they only give you 1 point of the 3 things, but... I mean, because you can technically rebuild your deck between 20 and 40 cards, so maybe there'll come a point where you really want to rebuild your deck between dreams. I don't know, but you know, I haven't got there yet. Anyway, I'm just gonna start by playing the secret door and leaving. I think I could be running around, but I'm quite happy to take one. I'm gonna look up what these are called. Because I've forgotten. I really forgotten. Distress. Is that right? Distress. Yes. So the thing is, he's gonna do range 1 distress to everybody. So the chances are, I'm probably gonna take. I say chances are, I might well take a distress, but also I'm going to go through the deck of cards as well, and when I get to the end of the deck, I take another distress. So this just seems economical, because it's only 1 distress each, and I get a spirit token as well out of it, you know? And you can just play it. It doesn't even cost anything to play. There you go. Ba-blam! We're off! We're out! We're done! Very quickly, we look at the Nightmare Janitor to see if he appears on any of our daily bops. Well, he's here. I don't see him anywhere, though. I don't see him anywhere. No. No. Alright. Get out of here, Nightmare Janitor. Bam. You're done. Okay, and we're back to wandering around this crazy old world. Now we head up here to the shop, where we can do a bit of shopping, and as I've been recommended by people who watch my game style, I should spend a shopping card. Now, I do actually have one ether on each of my dreamers left over to purchase cards, but I think I'll wait to do that because honestly, we want to get to the dreaming and the fun part of this game. So the thing is, if I do activate a shop, I actually don't have to buy anything, and if we choose not to buy anything, we gain a shining stone. So we can just go give up a shopping card, back to the box with it, gain a shining stone on each of our dreamers, which is a little benefit we can take into the next fight with this. So that's good. You guys, I mean, these are a really common board game component. Like, I've seen these in tons of games, but I always note them because Awakened Realms used them as the resource in Edge Dawnfall. Those coveted crystals. Gotta grab them. Control those crystal sources. That's what it's all about in Edge Dawnfall. Fighting for the crystals. But in this, they're not crystals. They're shining stones. Greg's like, this slumber is a major pain for our group. We have 3 players, so it's an insane amount of tokens placed all at once. Right. Is that because the Nightmare Janitor is like moving around? Oh yeah, because I guess it's per dreamer, right? So I guess it's more difficult for you guys to manage this. How is it with 3, Greg? Because I kind of regret not doing it with just one character, to be honest. Like, managing the 2 characters, I think, is a little bit too much on your own. I don't mind it, but I wonder if I'd prefer it with just one. But I don't know. Like, I quite enjoyed the prototype with 3, but I don't know if I'd feel like maybe with 3 players there's just not quite enough for everyone to do consistently. But it might be nice if people can specialize in certain tasks and you can divide the tasks up more easily. Well, not more easily, but more cooperatively that way. I don't know. Right, so we done the shop. We move on up to the dream here, the dream space, but we're not ready yet, so we'll head over here. Resolve a fate card. Ah, it's another little shop on the corner. That's fine. We're just ignoring these for now. I'm getting quite lucky here, he said, and then looked for some wood to grab. And we've got a slumber card to deal with as well. You can hear crying. If any dreamer has placed 4 progress cards, crying is coming closer and closer, but it's not close yet. It's about halfway here because I've only placed 2 progress cards on this character. Hager says, I play solo as the specialist. The struggle I have is it feels like I've never got enough time. Most streams come right down to the wire. Yeah, that might be a thing. I've not felt... I have felt like I've run out of time, actually, a few times, like, or come close to running out of time with 2 characters. Like when I got on the carnivorous train in the train dream. Because I was like, I'm out of time, I just gotta get on this train! And I imagine that's probably even worse with just 1 character. Greg says, yeah, we kind of specialize our decks to deal with each of the different sort of challenge types. So you've got, obviously, you've got the 3 different colors. The awareness, the cunning, and the wrath. And yeah, I think that would be a fun way to do it. I think it would be really fun to cooperate with people and be like, okay, well, you're building towards this combo. Whereas I feel like with 2, and probably also with 1 character, because you can't, because it doesn't naturally line up. You know, you've kind of just got to leave everyone being a bit sort of a generalist. I mean, at the moment, because I've got, I think, about 30 cards for the Free Spirit and about 32 for the Reaper, I've not yet done any real deck building. Like I was saying earlier, I know that you can go anywhere between 20 and 40 cards when you wake up from the Awakening. So I think at some point, once I've built the decks up to sort of 40 plus, I might sort of go through and slim them down to about 30 each and just keep the choice cards. But at the moment, I just don't feel like, because you take damage every time you cycle the deck, at the moment I don't really feel like I have enough cards to go. I don't really want to go less than 30, I don't think. I might be willing to do that if I had more players, but I also think 5 would be way too much. But I don't know anyone who's played it with more than 3. Probably because it was delivered in pandemic time. we have reached the point where we've had to swap cards in and out, says Greg. That's cool. Yeah, I'm sort of keen to get to that point myself, and then maybe I can start selling some back to the... Well, actually, I'll have to... The thing about the little shop on the corner is that I'll have to wait until I get the cards I don't want in my hand or discard pile and then use it. So I'll have to keep 1 or 2 cards I want to sell in there maybe as well. That's something to think about for the future. Not a problem at this stage. Okay, moving on to the warehouse again. And we're just doing another slumber card. Here we go. Oh, it's the Dreammonger again. Hey, buddy. Do I have any progress cards I want to prepare? That's... You guys saw me shuffle. I did it on camera. So I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I don't really like this hand I've got on the Reaper, but also but also like, I don't really want to cycle cards just for the sake of it, so I guess we'll just give this one a miss. I do have this progress card here for the Free Spirit, which I could prepare for 4. It's the one that lets her move diagonally. Then I would have 3 progress cards prepared, and if that slumber thing came up, I would escalate. And if you remember, we reshuffled it, so it's back in there. Ooh, but do I want to escalate? Maybe I want to escalate. Maybe I want to find out what happens when you've prepared 3 progress cards. It's never happened before to me. It's never even been a thing. Ooh. I'm glancing at chat, but don't tell me anything, chat. I don't know. I don't want no spoilers. I want to make up my own mind. I mean, as a card, I've not found this to be, like, super useful. Well, I had it prepared in the last stream. So you can move diagonally during your current move, and then you roll the luck die, and there's a 1 in 6 chance the card gets flipped, and then you can't use it again. But I guess you can always... Can you play off the progress cards for their cunning points? I can't remember. Greg says, stare into the abyss. It's good to unlock things. Alright, so I'm not going to set up this whole thing again. I mean, I don't really have to anyway. All I do is that. He's there now. So we're going to draw 2 cards with the Free Spirit. And the Reaper actually doesn't draw any cards because she's got 6 in hand, which is fine because I don't want her to. So we've got Hurry Hurry, which is a cool card for moving around. And House in Your Pocket, which is actually useful for moving around the dream world. So this is a good one. It says... resolve a sanctuary or shopping location effect before resolving the current location effect. So we can actually do that sanctuary effect to unseal a card, or flip a card, or restore an item, which I totally forgot to do. Did I skip over the sanctuary? No, actually I'm not going there on this route. Huh. Yes, that's right. If we check the route, and... you know, ignore the fact that I'm a bit of a dummy. We go straight from the dream up to here. We don't actually go up to the sanctuary. So this is a good one to have in hand, because now I can use it to... Now I can use it to grab another item with the sanctuary ability before we go into the next dream. So that's good. But that's us on 6, and what we'll do is we'll prepare this progress card here, Pathfinder. And now we've got 3 progress cards prepared. Ooh, exciting times. If we get to... Wow, come on, brain. If we get to find that slumber card that triggers off of it. That's what I'm trying to say. So, keep House in your pocket. Can't spend it here anyway. So, the real question is, am I keeping... Which of these cards am I keeping? Because I get rid of these 2, and that's 3 of the 4 cunning that I need. So, I need 1 more cunning... which means I'm going to have to either get rid of Thoughtful Moment or Blindman's Bluff. And Blindman's Bluff is choose an entity and roll for its movement twice. You choose the movement direction, so that's great. I can make an entity go away for a while, probably buy myself a turn. Thoughtful Moment is also very good. This is the card I described earlier as my favorite card in the Dreamer deck. And it just says, seal this card to block any one step on the current turn card, which can, of course, be super clutch. But I think... I'll tell you what, we'll keep Thoughtful Moment, because I don't know... These are both situational, and I don't know which one will be useful first. But this one has 2 symbols on it, so even if I'm just using it for symbols, it's still a bit more diverse, so that makes it more useful. So we'll keep these 2. And we're keeping all of her cards, and we're done with this dream. Get out of here, Dreammonger. Slumber, we're done with this slumber. Not technically a dream. The Sanctuary effect is phenomenal with that card. Yeah, it's really good. House in Your Pocket's excellent. And it's only 1 ether. It only costs 1 ether to buy. Alright, now we're done. We're done there, so we're moving on to Fate card. Draw and place 1 Dreamscape Slumber tile. If there's a quirk slot in the Dreamscape, place this card there. Reshuffle the Fate deck. Okay. All of these things are inactive. Well, let's find out. I think this is now a 1 in 3 chance it's not a quirk spot. Oh, it is a quirk spot. Yep. Oh, that's fine. It's the one that goes in here. Caution, under repair. And we're going to shuffle up the Fate deck here. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. This is the sound effect that we play when we shuffle the Fate deck. I really don't think I should still have this Need a Lift card, but I've just been keeping it this whole time because I wanted to. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to shuffle it back into the Fate deck if I didn't use it yet. But I've just kept it there ever since I've drawn it. And to be quite honest, I'd probably have drawn it again a bunch of times. So really, I'm just cycling the Fate deck slightly faster and finding the bad cards slightly quicker, so I don't feel too bad about it. This is also actually a version of the art that I used for the cover, the train thumbnail, when we did the bonus train episode of the original prototype. I think I photoshopped me and Ollie and Michael into the front cabin of this train. Okie dokie. And so, moving on down here, we get our second key! We're ready for dream. We are so close to dream time. I'm excited. And now we're going to do another Fate card. Passage. If each dreamer seals 1 card, relocate the team to the chosen location of this dream world map tile. Or reshuffle the Fate deck. Ooh. Ooh, I don't really want to seal a card each, but also we could just go straight to the dream. What's in between me and the dream currently? Just 1 slumber card. So we're going to have to do... Wait, do I have to do this now? Yeah, actually, because if we look, I'm stood here doing this Fate card. I have to do another slumber. So if I do this, we actually skip this slumber card here and this slumber card here. So I think that's actually probably pretty good. And it means we can get to the fun part quicker. So let's just do that. Although it means I'm not going to find out if the slumber tile that triggers off the 3 things is there. I'm not going to unlock the thing. It's fine. I want to see the dream. So seal a card for Free Spirit. Buy that one. And actually, when I get to the dream, I'm going to use the house in your pocket anyway. So that's fine. And we get a spirit token for that because of our... That's the spirit card. And we'll seal one for the Reaper too. I've got their little card boxes up here. Buy that card. The Sanctuary effect is phenomenal. Only gets shuffled when you use it. Oh yeah, place this card on the side of the Dream World map. You may discard it to use a shortcut without suffering its cost. So I was supposed to keep this the whole time. There we go. I got this so long ago. I think I got this on the 1st or 2nd episode. And it's been sitting there for like 4 episodes. Never used. Ooh, while I've got this here, I'm just going to have a quick search for pictures. This looks like it could have pictures on it. But I don't see anything. Do you see pictures? Could there be pictures? I don't see anything. I don't see anything that matches up. I feel like I recognize this one from somewhere. Dang, I can't place it though. And this one too. Dang it. I know where this one is. I remember where this one is. I have to go back and visit another dream to find this one. Alright, now we get to go bloop over here to the dream. So now we're relocating to this position here. And now I'm using the tiny house. House in my pocket. And I'm going to grab one random item here. Recover an item from the item supply. Yeah, Haggard. I mean, to be fair, Haggers, when I received all of these tokens immediately after I completed the dream this one appears in, so I think that's definitely associated with you having to go back there. So I am kind of tempted to go back there and like retry that dream to see what, you know, what's in there and what I might have missed. But oh, yeah, some of these though, I'm sure I've been missing them all over the place, to be honest. Hey, but maybe we'll find one in my house. That would be cool. Alright, what's the random item we're gonna get? What is that? Blue tack? Get off there. Is there blue tack on this card? How did that get there? Random. And the magical item for this adventure is... oh, the warehouse. I hate the warehouse. The door to the warehouse must be somewhere there. It says, roll the luck die. Return one random item from storage to the item market. That sucks. Discard this item so nothing happens. Or restore one item. I don't need to restore an item, warehouse. I don't have enough slots. Oh well, that's a bummer, but never mind. Yeah, I don't suppose there's a warehouse token. I'd feel slightly better about drawing the warehouse if there was a token it could trigger. Nope. Okay, fine. I just hate the warehouse then. Fine. Also, I never know if I'm looking at these upside down or right way up. Are they supposed to be triangles pointing up? Or should they be triangles pointing down? Or does it not matter to keep you on your toes? Okay, now I guess we're entering the dream. So I'm going to put away all of this stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and read what happens next. Each dreamer may cure 3, distress, or unseal their top 3 cards. Oh, actually, one character can already unseal a card. Because of the house in your pocket. Someone reset the item, and someone can unseal a card. So I think I will let... I think I'll let the Free Spirit unseal her card. And I suppose it goes into the discard pile. And it was Catch Your Breath, which is great. That's a great card, so I'm glad I did that. And then I will... now each... so that means that the Reaper was the one that restored this item with the tiny house in your pocket. So now I can do the... so there's no... I'll heal the distress on the Free Spirit. And I think the Reaper will choose to... I think the Reaper will choose to... probably also heal her distress. I'm not too worried about unsealing one card. Alright. Take all the I-04 secret cards and tiles. This is exciting. This is the fun part. I am excited. Alright. And then, pro tip, okay? When you're done reading the front of the card and doing what it says, there's more on the back. This is also important to read. (04). This feels like a dream we should have done ages ago. I wonder when I unlocked this, because I-04, that's early. You know? Alright. Do 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 do. Oh, although to be fair, I don't know how in order these are, do you know what I mean? Like, I could easily... Alright. Reveal the setup cards! Just the one. A2. I guess this is my house. Ooh. Look in the mirror. In my house. There's a monster spawn point, but I'm sure that's fine. There's a little creepy doll sitting on a log or something. I don't know. Or whatever that is. On the rug. Now we can reveal tile Y as well here. Okay, that doesn't actually have a spawn point for me, though. Am I missing a setup card? What did I get, though? Dun 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 dun. He did forget to pick up a setup card. Oopsie. Here we go. More of my house. Okay, so this is my spawn point. I spawn on top of the top of the stairs. There are some stairs there. There's a what's happening question. A planet. I don't like all these monster spawns. I gotta say, like, I'm not super impressed with the monster spawns. I don't know why I would spawn in this space here. That doesn't really make any sense to me at all. Because it doesn't go anywhere. It's just next to a wall. It just goes downstairs. It's just next to a wall. I don't know what's going on there, so I don't know why I'd go in there. And I'll just spawn here so I can get straight on with this action here. But this is my house. Welcome to my house. I don't know who lives in my house. Okay, so reveal tile X, but do not spawn any cockroaches yet. What the hell? I did not read this part. Reveal tile X, but do not spawn any cockroaches yet. Well, now I know who lives in my house. It's cockroaches. Cockroaches! Great. Use creature shapeshifters. At the end of the Dreamer's phase, spawn 2 cockroaches. Additionally, move each cockroach one space... Oh, morph. Additionally, move each cockroach one space toward the nearest wound, if there is any. Beware, when a cockroach is in a space with a wound. Towards the nearest wound if there is... I don't know what wounds are yet, but I'm sure we'll find out in due course. Cockroaches can move through walls. Cool. Alright. It also says reveal card A. Trial of Pain. Oh no. This card is active until the dream ends. Whenever a dreamer suffers any distress, place one additional distress token in the space the dreamer is in. Is that a wound? I'm sure this will all become clear when I read the full rules on the back of the card. But first, the introduction, courtesy of the app. 032. Enter. The door is so familiar that I instinctively push the door handle without knocking and enter. A warm feeling of comfort rolls over me as I know I've come home. Is this somehow possible? Is this my old apartment? Strange. On closer inspection, the room layout is the same, but someone has rearranged all of the furniture. When I see all of these changes, I feel a deep sense of melancholy wash over me. The world changed and moved on, and I no longer belong here. The apartment is dirty and smells musty, rather like a neglected old person's home. A scrawny female figure wanders between the furniture like a shadow, wiping the dust on some trinkets and curios. Her efforts don't really make the surroundings any cleaner or more pleasant. As we enter, her blind gaze stops on us. It's you. Finally, you've come back. Please help me clean up all this mess. Is that you? Where are you? How come you're not here? You said you would never leave. The woman's gaze stops as a cockroach running through the room. Help me catch them, my children, so disobedient and afraid of the light. Please help me find them and bring them back. Okay. Neato. There's not any more to that in the actual book, is there? I just mean like any instructions or anything. I've never used the app. It's neat. Nope, that's it. Very good. All the information is there. Good work on the app, folks. Okay. And now we flip over the card and find out what's next. Goal. Catch these cockroaches! Each time you catch a cockroach, place one token on the Dream Gate tile. Which is this card, right? When there are 3 tokens on the Dream Gate tile, read Story Point 160. Special rules. How to catch cockroaches. You will learn that later. In this dream, wound means each distress placed on any dreamscape space. When you're out of turns, turn to story 955. That's cool. We got this. Yeah, exactly. When someone refers to cockroaches as their children, just back away. I'm having Resident Evil 7 old house flashbacks. No, thank you. Okay. So now that we understand what wounds are, let's just take another quick look at this. So we know that when a dreamer takes a distress, they'll generate a wound in the space that they're in. So we're going to wind up with wounds all over these cards, which is bad, I guess. Also, I note that the cards are all completely lit, which is fine, but worth noting, I brought a flashlight for no reason. Unless there's a dark tile that I'll need to light up. You'll see in due course. And so, additionally. So at the end of the Dreamer's phase, spawn so you're always going to be spawning cockroaches. Well, actually, maybe not. Because if we look at these cards, there's only 2 enemy spawn points. Now, actually, this is something maybe Greg can help me with, because he does know this game very well. But this spawn point is used if the turn card indicates hearts. Currently, the turn card actually... Did I do this already? 1, 2, 3. No. Wait, we have 6 turns, don't we? Yes, so I haven't actually set up the turn deck yet. But you'll see that on the turn cards, they have suits. And so if the suit is hearts, you use the heart spawn point. If the suit is diamonds, you use the diamonds spawn point, and so on. If you can't use the spawn point Right. Hager says they're both valid. So in this case, I would spawn one cockroach in each space because there are... well, it depends. If the suit, didn't match, I would spawn one cockroach in each space. And if the suit did match, I guess I'd spawn them both in the same space. And there's only a maximum of 4, right? Because it says use creature shapeshifters. So once I run out of miniatures, I presume once I run out of the 4 miniatures, that's it. And then they will move each cockroach 1 space towards the nearest wound. If there are any, each dreamer at range 0 seals 2 cards, which sucks. Move each cockroach 1 space towards the nearest wound. Each dreamer in range 1 seals 2 cards. At the end of the turn, discard all cockroaches from light spaces except spaces with dreamers. Interesting. Additionally, move each cockroach 1 space towards the nearest wound. If there are any, beware when a cockroach is in a space with a wound. Story point. So we don't want them to get to the space with the wounds. Additionally, we don't actually know how to get rid of them yet. All we know is that we will learn this later. So I guess this is something we need to figure out ASAP so we can start dealing with these cockroaches. Because as someone who's had flats in London, I know that they're very difficult to deal with. They have to be as evenly distributed as possible too. Is that right, Heggers? Okay, we will check this right now because I think this is probably going to be important. But in the meantime, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. Dream time, baby. Ah, it is clubs. Still clubs. A cockroach dream. My favorite dream. Anyone else had the cockroach dream before? Where the blind lady's like, help me catch my children. And then you have to run around chasing cockroaches. I've had that dream. I'm sure of it. Here we go. If there is any spawn point space that bears the turn suit icon, the first spawned entity is placed in that space. When spawning several entities, allocate them as evenly as possible. Yeah, so we start with... So in this instance, we'll always just be putting 1 in each space, but it could get more complex as more cards are revealed. Very good! Alright. Here we go, folks. I'm going to start by drawing some cards. And actually, I draw 4 cards for... Why are the Reaper cards over here? Uh-oh. I've done that thing. Is this your discard? No, that's your hand. Are these just from the top of your deck? I've done that thing where I do something and I forgot why I did it because I'm too busy streaming. 1, 2, 3. So we need 4 cards for the Free Spirit. And no cards for the Reaper. Free Spirit's already like half her deck. The Reaper hasn't even touched hers. Jason says, spent 14 days in Hawaii. Huge cockroaches on the beach at night. Oof. That sounds gross, Jason. I mean... You know, they're... Generally speaking... The cockroaches we get here in the UK aren't too bad. They're pretty small and generally just... They're just persistent and annoying. But the cockroaches... that are very large are pretty gross, but it's the ones that fly. That's awful. And also there are some that hiss. That's also awful. The hissing and the flying. That really bothers me. But, you know, fortunately I've never come across that in real life, so it's fine. Hopefully the ones in this game don't hiss and fly. Let's find out. Oh, we just put out a bunch more tiles. Let's everyone take a time out to check these tokens. Boop, boop, ba-doop, boop, 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 boop. Oh, I really want to find this frog, man. Like, somewhere in the game this frog exists, and I want to find him. Where are you, Froggy? Where are you? I must find you. Oh, it's like Big the Cat. Froggy! Where's Froggy? Shout out to my Dreamcast Sonic Adventure crew. I'm not old. You're old. What else we got going on here? Nothing. Nothing. I don't spot nada. Alright. So I've got a bunch of green cards for the free spirit, which is good because there's a lot of green stuff going on. Oh, Haggers, the video game stuff doesn't really bother me. I mean, I was even, like, relatively okay with, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, yeah, rad roach is a concept that is very gross in real life. So what is the exact wording on this card? Trial of pain. Whenever a dreamer suffers any distress. Oh, that's a kind of massive pain. Because that means I can't use all of the Reaper's abilities, which are based around suffering distress. Ah! So literally at the end of this turn, I'm going to summon roaches. So I think moving down here to reveal tile Y is a really good start. To just get some more room to sort of maneuver and deal with these roaches, potentially. And also just to sort of get a better idea. So there's two spaces that just say what's happening. I can't see this woman anywhere on the cards that was referred to as wandering around, but I guess she'll show up. So I guess let's start with revealing tile Y. Big risk of running out of distress markers. Yeah, is that... But that's not a problem, is it? Running out of distress markers? Does that tank the game? I presume that I would die before that would be possible. Then I get to 8 and then I lose. So I'll use this for the 2 cunning. And we'll just move. Boop, boop, over to here. And I guess we'll give up radio stream for 2 awareness to reveal the Y tile. Here it is. This is a spawn point. So this is where our cockroaches are actually going to spawn. They can move through walls, so they don't care about that wall. You can go check out the wardrobe on this space. Oh, sorry for moving that. Oh, I thought I was back up here on the table camera. Alright, so this one comes in here. And that's it. Now we don't know where else to go. But what I do know is we got 2 dead ends here and here. I think you lose the dream if you need to place a distress marker and there are none. Okay. Well, good tip. Let's try not to let that happen. So I guess I can choose the 2 spawn points, actually. So what are the cockroaches actually going to do? So, should I have spawned them already? It does say at the start of the dream phase, spawn cockroaches. No, at the end of the dreamer's phase, spawn cockroaches. Which is basically the beginning of the current of the... The dreamer's phase is my phase. So, they'll spawn, and then they're going to do morphing, and then they're going to do basic effect, and then they're going to move. So, morphing is... Move each cockroach 1 space towards the nearest wound. When a cockroach is in a space with a wound, something bad happens. So, there won't be any wounds, because I'm not going to let that happen, unless, of course, I start investigating these story points, and the story points are like... There's put out wounds, baby. And then the next thing they're going to do after that, they're going to move 1 space towards the nearest wound, if there are any, and each dreamer in that space suffers 2 cards. So basically, so long as I don't end in a space with cockroaches, which will be spawn points, and there are no wounds, I'll be okay. So, let's see what happens. And then they'll move, which of course could cause problems. But Right. So I do have 2 cards. So I could spend all of the Reaper's cards to go down here and check the wardrobe. And I'm not sure if that's like a good idea or a bad idea because I'll be right next to the spawn point for the cockroaches. If the wardrobe wounds me, she's just going to get ripped up. And there won't be anything I can do about it. I'm kind of tempted to go up here to this look in the mirror space. It's very expensive. Maybe we should move over to the free spirit. Am I allowed to bounce back and forth between characters in this game? I can't remember. I think I can spend the cards in any order I want, right? Aren't you supposed to be like, do an action, do an action, do an action? But then you can pass if you want? Jeez. I play too many games on this channel, guys. Oh, here's cool. Here's a cool one. Let's seal find the pattern to draw 3 cards, and then we'll get a little token as well that we can use, a spirit token, and we'll have more stuff we can do this turn. So we got some... oh, World Shaper's a good one. And we also got her version of optimization. We got one with the shadows. Whenever you suffer distress from an entity effect, roll the luck die and prevent distress. This would actually be an incredible card. This is actually a great card for us right now, but it's also dark spaces only, of which there are currently none, which is really intriguing. I feel like I'm gonna do something, and the game's gonna be like, see these light spaces? Put a darkness token on instead. I just feel like this is coming, right? Because at the moment everything's in light. And it says at the end of the turn, discard all cockroaches from all light spaces, except for the spaces with dreamers. So I just have a feeling like these spaces are gonna go dark at some point, right? It feels like that's the arc this story's gonna take. Right, Heggers. How could I be so foolish? No such thing as too many games. No such thing. So, I do also have the thoughtful moment. So, effort is a card that costs distress to use for its special effects. Spend 1 distress to gain 3 wrath. So I'll spend 2 efforts for 2 awareness in order to find out what's happening here in this space. So here we go. Find out what's happening by reading story point 1 to 4. 1 to 4. Take me there. A shadowy figure labors with a pile of old clothes. I'm alone at the moment, so maybe I will wash the dirty laundry. It must be clean for them, as they will come back someday. You may seal 2 cards to add a turn. How do I feel about that? I like turns, but I do also feel like I have quite a lot of turns. And if I seal 2 cards, I'm going to be even closer to cycling this deck and suffering a distress. So, I've got 4 hours. I've got the card in here that buys me another 2 hours. So I think I'm going to pass on that. Thanks, but no thanks, strange washing man. So, let's give up 1 with the shadows then. As good as this is, and I would really like to keep it, it only works in dark spaces. And I mean, I could use World Shaper to create darkness, and then use 1 with the shadows to avoid distress, but that's not actually happening at the moment anyway. So, let's, give up 1 with the shadows, we'll move 2 spaces, we'll go 1, 2! Aha! We move diagonally! You see? Because I have The thing. And now we roll the die to see if we lose the thing. See, I moved diagonally from there to there for efficiency's sake. That's because I have the Pathfinder card. Hiya! That's the line, which is fine. On the X, we lose the efficiency card, which is here at the bottom of the screen. But because there's not an X, we are okay. Alright then. And then we can find out what's happening up here for 2 more green tokens. So I'll give up optimization because I'm definitely not preparing it. So 2 more awareness. Bleep bloop. Tell me what is going on up here, story app. What is going on in the top of the thing? An old woman picks up porcelain figures from the furniture, cleaning them brusquely and placing them back methodically. She stops to look at photographs from time to time, lost in memories. Since I'm alone, I will dust all our souvenirs till they're spick and span, so that when they come back we can admire them together. You may seal 1 card to restore 1 item. No, I don't care! I'm not sealing any cards. I don't need to restore an item. Unless, can I, if I restore an item, can I get rid of this, like, rubbish warehouse and get something else instead? I think I can. Well, do I have to put the warehouse back first? Because then I could draw the warehouse again, and then that would make me sad. You may draw 1 random item from the storage and place it in one of the active item slots. If there are no enemy starts, you must first discard one of the active items. So actually I have to discard it first, and then shuffle the storage, and then pick a new item. So I could potentially just discard the warehouse and draw the warehouse back. I'm not sealing any more cards. I'm not doing it. Maybe later. Maybe later, funny lady. Alright, well, I've still got some actions here. So I don't think... So what I think I'll do, actually, is I think I'll just sort of prepare. I don't want to get rid of Thoughtful Moment. Now, I know that the cockroaches are going to spawn here, and actually I can choose the spawn location of the second cockroach, right? So it's either here or here. It's here and either here or here. So what I'll do is I'll probably move into this space and spawn cockroaches here and here. And then they'll just go away because they're going to be in the light and they're not going to be in a space with dreamers. Because I could get rid of Thoughtful Moment for an additional space of movement, because what I'm thinking is I could do 2 movement here, but I don't really want to do that because I don't want to get rid of Thoughtful Moment because it can be so clutch, and also I might need the green tokens anyway because I'm going to go over here where I need 10. So I think I'll give up so many possibilities to move the Free Spirit into here, knowing that I'm not going to spawn a cockroach in there. And then I guess what we're going to do is we're going to... I've still got a whole bunch of stuff going on here with the Reaper, but I think actually I'm just gonna give up so many possibilities and adrenaline to move 2 down to here, and then I'm gonna wait and do the wardrobe next turn, because if I do it now and it causes distress, I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble. And actually, also, I realized I just got rid of one of my Wrath cards. But that's fine, because I'm thinking maybe next turn I can also use the Shining card. Because I've got the Shining. My granddaddy called it the Shining. So I can go in here and get a Shining Stone, which would actually also be really useful. So, with that, it's the end of my turn. And at the end of the Dreamer phase, we're going to spawn 2 cockroaches, which apparently look like crazy bird people. I actually kind of wish I had some, like, cool minis for this. I got the spiders out from Bloodborne last time we did this, didn't I? Because there was actual spiders. But I don't have any cockroach minis. I could use the spiders again. They probably look more like bugs than these things, but never mind. Alright. Okie dokie. End of turn. So we got morphing going on. Move cockroaches one space toward the nearest wound, but there are none. And then we've got basic effect. Move cockroaches one space towards the nearest wound. Each streamer in range 0 seals 2 cards, but there are none. And then roll the movement dice and discard this turn card. So we're going to roll the movement dice. So if the cockroaches moved first, this could have been more problematic, but they don't. So we got here the regular movement symbol, so that's I believe they move 2 because their movement is 2. So they're just going to head 1, 2 into here like this. And this one's actually going to move 1 into there like that because they just move towards the closest dreamers. But like I said, it doesn't really matter because they've got this special rule which is going to trigger now. I don't know if that's actually better for you guys there. I still can't really see it at the top. But of course, now it says that at the end of the turn, which is now, discard all the cockroaches from light spaces except from spaces with dreamers. Oh, that was foolish. I forgot about that part. Okay, so I guess they're just hanging out now. Alright, well, I'm probably going to have to leave next turn. Oops. Goddamn cockroaches. How do I deal with these things? Alright, so we're going to get rid of this one. And the next turn card is, it's a morphing, and then a special effect, and then a movement. And so the special effect for the cockroaches is... So it's a slightly worse version of the basic effect. So they move 1 space towards the nearest wound, and then each dreamer in range 1 seals 2 cards instead of range 0. Sad trombone noise plays. Yeah, oops. Never mind. It's fine. I'll deal with it. It's fine. I'm not worried. Nobody be worried. Alright, now I'm going to draw. What I might actually do is I could use Thoughtful use Thoughtful Moment to skip the roll phase of this card. And then... Wait, what is the exact wording on this? Each cockroach towards the nearest wound, each dreamer in range 1 seals 2 cards. Ooh. I mean, not ideal, but... Not ideal, but, you know, I'm sure we can figure out a way around it. Anyway, we're going to get 4 cards for the Free Spirit. Show me greens. Ooh. Not great, but not terrible. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So we can... I actually drew Shining. So I can give up Shining to immediately gain a Shining Stone, because I'm actually in a space with enemy spawn. Ah, now I don't have any movement, which is problematic. I mean, I do, but it's on Thoughtful Moment. Well, maybe we'll draw a Thoughtful Moment card with the Reaper. Let's find out. She's got 2 in hand, so she's going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4. And she's got Effort, Hesitation, Reaping, and Inner Light. Damn it. So not anything particularly useful at the moment. Oh, hey Margot, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you have a good weekend. Of course, the stream will be waiting here for you when you're available to catch up on it. But thanks so much for dropping by. And, getting up early. I also have to get up early. But, not too early. So I'm going to stay up late streaming. At least until we get past these gosh darn cockroaches. So I guess I'm going to give up, Reaping. Which might have proven clutch at another time, but right now... Oh, it's a progress card. Place it for 4 Roth. Spend a shining stone to double the wrath of your current action. Then flip this card. That could be super clutch. Anyway, for now I'm just going to spend it for the 2 wrath to resolve the wardrobe. Check the wardrobe. We hear sobbing. Someone must be in the closet. A figure hides behind old clothes. It turns out to be a tall cockroach wearing a female evening gown. It sobs like a human. That's actually really funny. You may try to calm it down. Spend a shining stone to resolve. Or, if you have card B, realization of the sad truth, you may spend 1 wrath to get rid of this cockroach once and for all. Or you may just leave the creature in the closet. Oh, are we all cockroaches? Have we all become cockroaches? Is that what happened to all the people who lived here? Is this a commentary on how in society we're all cockroaches? Just consuming, surviving, not contributing. Okay, I'll spend a shining stone to try to calm the creature down, actually. And fingers crossed this isn't a complete waste of my time. I have a feeling when I look in this mirror, I'm going to find out that we're all cockroaches and realize the sad truth. But... The slightly calmed cockroach crawls into a hole in the wall. We examine the object she handed us before she left. Place a check token on the wardrobe action. Reveal card G. Clarification. Okay, so there is a clarification here. Maybe that's come from the FAQ, actually, which is good. So what does it say? Card G. Okay. Candles remote control. This card is active until this dream ends. Two cunning per player to activate this. If you're on A1 tile, reveal card C. If you're on A2, reveal D. If you're on B2, reveal E. If you're in a darkness space, return the overlay card from your tile back to the secrets. If you're in a darkness space, return the overlay card from your tile back to the secrets of this dream. Oh. I know what's going on. They think they're clever. Look, there's lights everywhere. And so long as the lights are on, we can get rid of the cockroaches. But once the lights go out, we're going to be in trouble. So I bet we can turn the lights off, and then we can discover the secrets, but then we need to turn them back on to get rid of the cockroaches. But how do we kill the cockroaches? Because the goal is to catch the cockroaches. We need to catch 3 cockroaches. Yeah, Difter, if we are also cockroaches, can we walk through walls? Alright. Well, that's enough of that for now. Let's go back to our free spirit, who's got no movement except for her thoughtful moment card, which I really don't want to get rid of, which is hugely problematic. The thing is, the only thing I can do is really go in here and try and resolve this mirror. I need 10 awareness for this. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I don't spend thoughtful movement, I've got 5, which is half of what I need. I could make up the remaining 5. Oh, I dropped a card on the floor. Oh no! Oh god! It was the thoughtful moments card. My favorite one. The one I need. I can't reach it. This is a funny angle. Hello. Alright, I got it. I got the card. Now that is a genuine board gamer moment. But I could spend both Shining Stones for another 4 awareness and a thoughtful thing. But then I'll be trapped here with nothing else going on. My concern is that if I wait here, I'm going to have to seal 2 cards. Which I don't actually necessarily really mind doing, but I am going to wind up creating a wound pretty soon if I do that, because I'm going to get through the Free Spirits deck, and I don't think there's really anything I can do about that. Catch Your Breath is in my discard, so I'm not going to get that free reset either. I would probably prefer to use it for 2 hours anyway. Oh, but I can use an hour for 1 point of movement, can't I? I don't know if that's... I don't know if that's good. I always forget about the Pika card mechanic as well. What am I on? A2? So I could actually discard a card to peek at the card D and find out what that is. That might be worth it. I could discard one of the Reaper's cards to do that. What am I planning to do with her? Kinda just gonna move away and hide. So, yeah, why not? Let's, she's got a lot of cards. Let's give up effort to peek a card. I'm gonna peek at card D. I get 5 seconds, so put 5 seconds on the clock, gang. I'm going to peek at card D. Well, we can all peek at card D to see what exactly it is. So you ready? We're going to count down. Well, actually, I'll just put a timer on. Hell, I've got a phone. 5 seconds. Here we go. 5 seconds on the clock. Go! What the hell? Look in the mirror. Spawn point? Oh, it makes it night. It makes it night. Timer's up! Yeah, just as I thought. Basically, you can make the exact same thing, but night. Oh, I didn't see what else changed, though. Do you suppose that's to help us catch the cockroaches? Because at the moment, I'm not having any problem catching the cockroaches. They're bothering me. Being all up in my face. But I'm planning to leave. Okay. Okay. How worried am I about time? I didn't see if the look in the mirror thing changed at night, which is really annoying. Damn it. Do I really want to get rid of all the cockroaches? Ah! Okay. So... So I think if I play Thoughtful Moment... I seal it. If I seal Thoughtful Moment... to skip over the special effect step of this card, that should be fine. Let's find out. I'm changing up my plan. I don't know if it's a good idea, guys. We'll see. But that's going to have them moving again. But I think I'm kind of okay with that. I might regret it later. We'll find out. In the meantime, I'm going to discard this card plus 1 That was just hesitation anyway. Token. Oops. To move the free spirit one space into the mirror space. And then we're just going to dump 5 greens to stick out one of the objectives in there. And we're halfway there. So that's fine. The Reaper has a whole mission. She's going to give up 1 hesitation card, which does have a cunning on it, to move 1 space into here. And then I'll give up Shining, which lets me generate a Shining Stone. So we get one of those back. They're always useful to have. That's clubs, so there's not going to be any roaches spawning them there if we don't want them to. So maybe we just wait here for the time being and see what happens next turn. Yeah. Alright, so we're just going to slow our roll there. And at the end of the dream phase, we get the other 2 roaches coming out. Come on out of the tray, figurines. And it's going to be 1 in here. And... oh, do I have to... wait a minute. Does evenly as possible mean pick 2 spawn locations? This could be important. Or does it mean pick... does it mean pick 2 spawn locations? Or does it mean pick empty spawn locations? Spawn entities in the spaces bearing the icon. If they're available, if there are several spaces available, you choose where. When spawning entities, if there's more than 1 space available, allocate them as evenly as possible. Example, if you should spawn 4 and there are 2 spawn places, place 2 in each space, not 3 in the first and 1 in the second. Okay, so really it's just about dividing them equally between your available options, which is fine, because what I've got going on here is 3 options. So I put 1 in here, and then I can put the other one in either of the 2 remaining spaces, and I choose this one. That's fine. And then they activate their morphing behavior, which is move 1 cockroach each space towards the nearest wound, but there are none. And then we skip over this behavior, so now we're just going to move them as normal using the die. And this means that they move 1 space each. So this one will move back in here towards the Reaper. This one will move 1 space over here towards the Free Spirit, and these 2 will both move into the Free Spirit space. So she definitely wants to bail from there next turn. Speaking of next turn, it is next turn, so let's find out what's going to happen this next turn. So discard this card, and we reveal they're going to move first, which is annoying, and then they're going to do their basic effect and morphing. We do lose 1 cockroach, though. So this one actually goes away, because he's in a space with no... Is this your slot? He's in a space with no dreamers. Okie dokie, let's draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. I mean, we only draw 4, because we're on 0, right? So you draw 4 cards, and you wind up with 4, but also, uh-oh, because we're all out of cards. And we're going to take a wound in a minute. And we get 4 for the Reaper as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't get the one I wanted, guys. This one, again, she's all about taking distress, so she's probably not the best dreamer to have taken on this dream. Interestingly, I could have swapped over to another dreamer. Just like I can always swap over to the Thorn Knight, but I just don't feel like it. I feel like, you know, I want to go on this adventure with these characters that I've brought from the beginning. We've got Dark Side. Relocate the dreamer to any other dark space. This could get useful in a minute if we start creating darkness, but that is not useful right now. And then we just got some... But so many possibilities, and hurry, hurry. Seal this card to discard an active item and restore a chosen item. This is the first time I've actually realized that could be really useful. I wonder if there's any chosen items in here that could be really useful for this one. Strategic plan could be useful. Spring perfumes. Yeah, there's a bunch of items that are pretty useful in here. Curse the warehouse. Curse the warehouse and its meaninglessness. But I think what we should start with is just resolving this mirror. Once we find out what the mirror does, we can start figuring out how to tactically avoid the cockroaches or potentially catching them. I don't know if the mirror helps us catch them. Maybe the mirror's like, catch all the cockroaches in this space. Wouldn't that be great? That'd be amazing. But I don't think it's going to do that. I think it's going to reveal what card B is, and card B is going to tell us how to catch cockroaches, and it's probably not going to be easy. That is my sneaking suspicion. So, what we've got here are a bunch of cards with green on them. But I'm thinking, Inner Light I can spend. Effort I can spend. I kind of want to keep these other two for movement. So I need 2 more points. So I'll spend a Shining Stone to make up the remaining 2 points of awareness that I need. I can't spend the Spirit tokens because unfortunately I don't have a face-up card on the deck to do that with. So that's a bummer. What this does mean is we can now read story point 767 and find out what the hell's going on. Seven, 6, 7. Did I mention that I don't like looking in mirrors? You never know if you'll see something terrifying. Well, damn! That's what I'm talking about. The reflection in the mirror, not me? I hope. I'm not a cockroach after all. I told you we'd see a cockroach in the mirror! Reveal card F. Mirror cockroach. I knew it. I knew what was going on here. We all turned into cockroaches. Oh, I make a handsome cockroach. Hello, I'm Sir Cockroach. This card is active until the dream ends. Cockroach language. Contact 4. Move 1 cockroach 2 spaces. Okay, great. Now I can talk to the cockroaches. This doesn't help me, like, at all. Alright. How do you catch cockroaches? You'll learn that later. I need to know it now! Alright. So, what I need to do is start turning off the lights, right? And my inclination is to start doing it on tile A1 because that's the furthest from the cockroaches currently existing on the board. We are on a diamond spawn point, which means that the cockroach that spawns at the end of this round will spawn here. So I'm thinking the free spirit should just hightail it over here. Maybe the Reaper comes and joins her, because there's nothing for me to do over here or here other than turn the lights on and off. But ideally, if we can get over here, what that means is all the cockroaches are going to try to move towards us and then get caught out by the lights at the end of the round. That's my hope. Because they only move 2, unless I roll the thing where they move and then move again, in which case I might be in serious trouble. But I could always re-roll a die, possibly. Do I have any other cards that let me re-roll dice? Nope. So basically I need to keep one of these Shining Stones. That's fine. I don't need to use all the Shining Stones, right? Actually, the Reaper does not have a whole lot of movement. But I might just seal her card, actually. Phew. This is very stressful cockroach hunting, guys. Let's stop to refresh our coffee and have a chit-chat. How is everybody doing in chat? Getting chased around this apartment by cockroaches? This is not the wacky adventure I was promised by a commenter on YouTube. He said that this adventure was wacky. I mean, I guess it's wacky. We all turned into cockroaches. That's pretty wacky. That doesn't feel wacky. It feels scary and upsetting. Being chased around my own apartment by people that have turned into bugs. But maybe it's just because I've been playing through Resident Evil 7 again. You know? Resident Evil 7. Now that's a scary one. But fingers crossed we'll get Michael playing it soon. Haggers, have you done this? Have you done this stream already? Are you ahead of me on this one? I am mildly worried, I suppose, about running out of turns. Not too worried, actually. It's not been that long. Alright. We're all refreshed. Ready to go. Difter holds back mild hype. Is that for Resident Evil 7? I've just been playing through it again on my own because Hager says took 2 attempts to do this one. Oh god. Yeah, with Resident Evil 7, I was just playing through it again on my own because I wanted to remember how to do it, because I just have a feeling like otherwise I'll be there. Oh, it's hard as well. I forgot how hard the mold people are, actually. Anyway, fingers crossed we get to that at some point soon. Okay, so it is the beginning of the Dreamer's turn. I have not yet drawn up. So we are resetting. Oh, I'm going to make a wound over here. Actually, that's not too bad. Oh, it's bad, isn't it? Oh, that's bad. Beware when a cockroach is in a space with a wound. Oh, I don't know how to prevent that. I mean, other than moving them away from the wound, but they're just going to move right back to it. You know? Is there an option here? I can't remember. Do you always take a wound when you reset your deck, or can you seal 3 cards instead? Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna seal 3 cards. Oops. Haggers is like, remember I said uh-oh spaghettios? He did. He did say uh-oh spaghettios. Because he realized I was going to have to take a wound here when a distress when I reset my deck. But I think, did you forget, Haggers, that I can seal cards? I can't comment as to which is preferable. There's going to come a point where it's like, if you've sealed this many cards, you become a cockroach forever. You're a cockroach now. Shuffle all these cockroach cards into your deck. Oh, God. Alright, no spoilers, no spoilers. Here we go. I do have my bonus card deck action here as well, which I'm saving, maybe for later. I'm pretty sure I can unseal all of my cards if I win that action, but I can't rely on it, as we showed in the last dream. I tried to rely on it, and then it failed me. Pretty clutch, though. Could be important. Alright, here we go. 3 cards sealed off the top of the deck. What were they? I don't know. We might find out one day. And then we draw 4. I didn't get the card on top. That's annoying. We got one with shadows, effort, hesitation, and hurry, hurry. Fine by me. Okay. Over here, how many cards do we have in hand? I feel like I've still got quite a lot. Did I already draw up with this character? I must have. Was I right in the middle of drawing up? Well, if I didn't draw up, then I didn't use any last turn. I don't draw any. So it's fine. Okie dokie. I didn't do that thing again where I picked up her hand and put it down somewhere. No, I didn't do that. I think I just forgot to draw up. Okay. Alright. So basically what I'm still gonna go with my plan of running away to the far corner here. I've got plenty of movement. I've actually got 2 Hari cards over here on the Free Spirit, so we can actually spend both of these to actually just go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that gets us pretty far away. And then I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to play these 3 here for the cunning to trigger the candle's remote control, which came from story 804, didn't it? I'm just going to double check what that clarification said to make sure I'm doing this correctly. Clarification. The candle's remote control for 4 cunning allows you to turn on and off the candles on the tile you are on. The last effect allows you to turn on the lights, removing the overlay card. If you're on a dark space, and this doesn't happen automatically. If you're in a dark space, return the over. The last effect allows you to turn the lights on, removing the overlay card if you're on a dark space. It doesn't happen automatically. Okay, so what it's saying basically is that if we're in a dark space, we can just turn to choose the light. We can just choose to turn the lights back on. If you're in a dark space, you may return the overlay card. Yeah, I can see how that's confusing. So that's a good clarification to have. Looks like they've incorporated some of the FAQ into the app, which is actually really helpful. So, round of applause for the app creators. Very good job, folks. Okay. And now we're going to turn off the lights here. So we're on tile A1, so we're going to reveal card C, which is not the one I peeked at, but here we go. Okay. So it's got a spawn point on it, which is hearts. That's fine. We've got 2 new things we can investigate. I mean, that's not actually... That's just moved the spawn point, hasn't it? Because this is just going to fit into here like this. I actually still have the torch now, so the torch is actually mildly useful. But what's happened is it's created 2 new interactions that we can play around with. So I think that's a good thing, because we do need to figure out what's going on. But I'm basically all out of points for the Free Spirit, so we're moving on to the Reaper. I don't have really enough movement on the Reaper to do anything super useful, unfortunately. I've got 4 points of movement, but I've got a long way to go, especially if I don't want to get messed up by these cockroaches. So I'm thinking about sealing hesitation to get 3 points of movement out of it, actually. Yeah, let's do that. And then we can actually trigger this, what's happening here. So that's a good thing. So no, we can't. Yes, we can. So we'll use we'll seal hesitation for 3 cunning, and then we'll use Hari for 2 more cunning, and this will allow us to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I only need to go 4. Screw it. Let's go 5 into here. two. Yeah, I can decide how this thing moves. So, no, let's stop here. Actually, I think. What have we got here? We've got the morphing coming up, but that doesn't hit range 1. And we've got the basic effect as well, which is range 0. So yeah, we'll stay there, I guess. Which means I need 4 movement. Oh god, do you know what that means? That means I either have exactly enough to move without sealing hesitation, or... But then I don't have enough to do the story part of this. Which is kind of a bummer. Ooh. Don't want to spend my shining stone right now. Oh god, I forgot about the fear mask. I haven't even been using it once. That's so annoying. Once per turn, move 1 space or draw 1 card. If you suffer any distress, this becomes inactive. Well, I haven't suffered any distress. So... Actually, yeah, that's fine then. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4 to here by discarding these 2 and activating the fear mask. And now I have enough to do the story bit with these 2. Bing, bing. Awesome. So there's 3 awareness to trigger what's happening 204. Wait, this isn't the same one I did before. No, this is a new thing. And I can get rid of this overlay card if I want to, but I don't think I need to, actually. 204. Here we go. We hear the clattering of dishes. Since I'm here all alone, with nothing else to do, maybe I'll cook dinner. You know, a fancy one. Boeuf bourguignon. It was always their favorite. Just in case they come today. They'll love it. I'm sure of it. Now, I'll just wait for them to come. You may seal 3 cards to cure 1 distress. Hey, I don't need to. This is a huge waste of time discovering what all these spaces do. I haven't needed to use a single one yet. Hey, Eddie. Thanks for joining in. I don't know. There's a bunch of cockroaches in my house, and I'm basically just trying to avoid them. And they're trying to make me sad. I need to catch 3 of them, but I've not yet discovered how to catch them. So I'm working on it. I am working on it. But I'm feeling okay. Anyway, this is the end of the round. So we're going to spawn 1 more cockroach. I don't know why I put this all the way back in the tray. And the cockroach must spawn in here. And now they're all going to move. But I'm sure this is... Oh, they can move through walls. Oh, I'm fucked. I completely forgot they could move through walls. Oh, that's super bad. Okay. Okay. God damn it. Are they doing this turn? Okay, this should still be more or less okay. What I'll do real quick before I end my turn is I should not have stopped to read that. That was so pointless in the end as well. Okay, I don't think I have any choice if I'm going to prevent disaster here. Other than to spend the shining stone to move 1 space into here. That's a real pain in the ass. If they only move 1, I'm still fine, but if they move 2, I'm screwed. So this is better than being screwed. This is better than the risk. Because if I get screwed, I would have to seal 4 cards. I mean, I guess. No, actually, they are 1 entity, aren't they? So it'd be 2 cards. I still think it's better to spend the Shining Stone to move 1 than it is to seal 2 cards. Probably. Anyway, here we go. Movement for the cockroaches. Yeah, it's their standard movement, so they're going to. So, I mean, they're going to move towards me. This guy goes 1, 2 like that. This guy goes 1, 2 like that, because I can choose. Once he's here, I can choose whether he goes here or here, and I want him there. And then these two, because they can move through walls, which I totally forgot about, are going to go 1, 2 into this space here. And then these two are going to disappear. Well, then they're going to trigger their basic effect. That's range 0. No one's at range 0. They're going to trigger the morphing effect, but there's no wounds on the board. So these two are going to go away. Those two are going to stay, though, which is kind of a bummer. But I think I'm okay with it. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'll let you know next turn when I'm in trouble or not. Let's find out what they're doing on their next turn. So that's the card we just resolved. Resolved all of that. Discard the turn card. So next they're doing basic, then morphing, and then move. Fine. Not too bad. I am down to 2 cards left in this deck, I think, but I do still have my 4 hours on the clock here, so that's not too bad. Let's draw up and see what happens next. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the free spirit. Finally on a free spirit back. We got flashback. We got World Shaper, Effort, and what I like to see is lots of green cards for the green action space that we're on. Nice. And 4 for the Reaper as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got Tactics, Hesitation, so many possibilities, and Turnkey. Turnkey, again, one that's useful to prepare, perhaps when you're out and about running into the Dreammonger. Gain an extra card. Stop running around that dream world so much. Tactics. Your current action affects all entity in range. All entities in range. Assault action only. I mean, that's great, and actually that would be really, really useful for the Reaper affecting... Is that one of her basic cards? No, it's not. That would be really useful for actually finally triggering this. Kill 2 entities in 1 action. However, I'm not even trying to kill the cockroaches. I'm trying to catch them, and I don't know how to deal with them yet. So, it's not really useful right now. And then we just got standard, so many possibilities, and hesitation. But I think we shall start. So what's going to happen is they're basically going to, provided I don't take any distress, which again is just an ongoing sort of conundrum, if they're going to hurt anyone in this space before they move. So I'm not avoiding them so far hasn't been too bad. Although I don't know how far I've got to go in this stream or how far I am in. It feels like I'm not that far in. Which is, of course, problematic because I am running out of time. So, let us discard 6 of these to find out what's going on in... What have I got? I've got... do I have any green ones here? I'm just thinking maybe I should let... I do have this Turnkey card, which is kind of useless to me at the moment. Yeah, nobody's got enough yellow. These Wrath cards, I should have just got rid of these. These are pointless right now, these Wrath cards. Unless you need Wrath to catch a cockroach. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just trying to decide if I assist the free spirit. But, you know, I don't think I will right now. I think I'll just let her crack on. So, we're moving on to what's happening? 176. 174. I hope this is more useful than the ones I've encountered so far. Tell me how to catch these things, please. A ghostly woman sweeping the stairs with a broom. I have to clean up here. Look at this place. It's crawling with vermin. Will it ever be clean again? And those little creatures who feed them? Oh, and those little creatures. Who will feed them? Reveal card H. Oh god. What the hell is this? That's not the helpful message I was hoping for. Catch them all. Oh, brilliant. Place this card on the entity slot. On the entity slot? I don't know where the entity slot is. This card is active until the dream ends. Catch them all. Assault 5 Wrath. Catch. If a cockroach is in the same space as a wound, discard that wound to discard that cockroach. Assault 5. If a cockroach is in the same space as a wound, discard that wound to catch that cockroach. Place one thing on the dream gate. During resolving a catch, you may also seal 2 cards to cure 1 wound. Huh. Okay. Cockroaches, gotta catch them all. Alright. Now I need them to be in a space with wounds? I'm gonna be the very best, like no one ever was. Please don't copyright claim. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay, alright. So now I actually need to take a damage. This is so interesting. I have no... Why don't I have any of the cards that make me take a damage now? I can draw a card. I still have the Fear Mask. Let's draw one more card with the Reaper and see if we can maybe get effort or something. That'd be great. Nope, we just got a regular old so many possibilities. Alright, so this is all about timing, right? Because if they're in a space with a wound during a morphing effect, presumably something bad happens. I don't know what it is, but it's bad, right? I'm assuming. I made that assumption. It could be a magical, fairy tale, miraculous thing. I don't think it is. So I've got to try and get them to stand on a wound and then catch them all on the wound before it all goes to badness. So regardless of what happens, I've kind of resolved everything I need to resolve on this card. So should I flip it back to the light side? The fact is that these cockroaches aren't going anywhere, but all they're going to do is come and stand in my space for next turn. And then I guess I just hang out here till I can drop a wound in that space and catch them both. I mean, do I even need to wander around revealing the rest of these tiles? He said, questioningly. I mean, the goal is to catch the cockroaches, but we don't even know if that will end the dream, right? I mean, maybe it will. It might not, though. It just says, when you catch them all, read story 160. Yeah, exactly, Haggers. God, the Reaper has all these cards to hurt herself, but she can't do it right now. Ah. I didn't know that I'd need to do that. There's not a way to take a distress to do something, is there? I'm just trying to think. Is there... It's annoying because... Oh, I should have summoned the penguin. I don't know why I didn't summon the penguin. Yeah, because if I don't... The other thing is, if I don't cycle any of these cards, I'm not going to get to the card that hurts me. So, do you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to keep my 2 big cool attacks. I'm going to get rid of all of these cards that are sort of like minor elements. Like so many possibilities, twice, and hesitation. So this is on the Reaper here. I'm going to get rid of these because that's going to let me prepare the progress card. It's going to let me draw a few new cards at least next turn. And also, Free Spirit has effort cards as well, I think. And I'm going to draw the Tactics Progress card. Your current action affects all entities in range, right? So basically now I can use this to catch 2 or potentially 3 cockroaches all at once. I can also move them with a contact action. I could potentially move the cockroaches around in such a way that I could actually catch them all with one action, which would be amazing. I don't know if this counts as killing them. I presume not, because it says catch. Which is a real shame. Well, actually, to be fair, do the cockroaches all count as one entity? I'm never going to figure out how to resolve this thing, basically, is my point. If you kill 2 entities in one action, resolve this thing. So I'm not killing these entities, and also, are they multiple entities? I'm pretty sure they're one entity. Yes, Eddie, we are playing cockroaches in my house with... We're playing Pokemon with cockroaches in my house, but here's the thing. The cockroaches are people. And also, I'm a cockroach in the game. It's true. I'm a cockroach. And so's the Reaper. We're both cockroaches at the moment. Look. And here's our friend Dave, who also became a cockroach. But the good news is I speak cockroach. So I can talk to them. Because I am a cockroach. So that's cool. Oh, do you know what I haven't been doing? I haven't checked any of the Dealy Boppers. I don't think any of these are applicable. FYI. Oh, shit! Dudes! The frick! Look at that shit right there! Check the Dealy Boppers, man! You gotta check the Dealy Boppers. Haha! Nailed it. So now we get to read story 1085. And you're removed from the game, friend. Behind a pile of dusty equipment, something moves. We look there. It's a tiny cat. The pet is very weak and possibly sick. It doesn't want to eat and has barely any strength. It looks like it will die in a moment if we don't do something. Each dreamer may move 3 spaces. Excuse me. Choose one. We can't help it anyway. It's better to leave it alone. Let's take a look at this pile of junk. Restore 3 items. Gift some of your own life force to the animal. Any dreamer in range 1 may suffer 1 distress to resolve story. Is that range 1 of the tile? Can range be counted through walls? I need to know. I need to rescue this cat. I don't care what it costs. Can range be counted through walls? Do walls block range? I think they probably do. I think I can't get in range of the cat, and I'm going to be very sad. Set. Because everyone's too full. Neither entities nor dreamers may move or measure range through walls. We have to try and save the cat, Difter, but we can't do it, man. We can't do it. And Bokasuka, currently in a winter blizzard in CO right now, Mike. CO, where's that? Currently watching this and playing this with you. Enjoying it. Thanks, man. I'm enjoying it too, man. Thanks for joining me. A winter blizzard in CO. Where is that? Let me know. I'm bummed out about this cat, man. Because the thing is, this is the space, right? We've got to get to this space. Was I supposed to be in this space before? Oh, wait, can I get there with the free spirit? 1, 2, 3. No, I can't. She's got that 1 diagonal roll, right? But that's once per turn. So even if she goes 1, 2, 3, she can go 1, 2, 3 down to here, and then she's at range 2. That's not even, that's the Reaper, sorry. You can trigger signs from anywhere on the board. Yeah, so I don't fully understand what the text on this means then. Because it says, behind the pile of dusty equipment, something moves. But I don't know where the pile of dusty equipment is. I presume it's where the token is, right? Here. At the back of this space. And then it says, each dreamer may move 3 spaces. Choose one. Give some of your own life force. Any dreamer in range 1 may suffer 1 distress to resolve. But range 1 from where? Do you know what I mean? I presume it means range 1 from the cat's position. But I don't know where the cat is, because it doesn't say put a cat out. So I'm wondering if maybe it's just I'm just kind of in trouble because, you know, I can't reach where it wants me to get to. Just kind of a real bummer, man. Man. Can I just choose not to trigger it yet? I've never had to, so far all these tokens have given me is like an ether or something, you know? So I've never had to be in a specific position with any of these things yet. So that's kind of like, I don't think the cat is physically anywhere. Well, how can I measure range 1 from it? I'm very confused by this token. Why would I move 3 spaces then? Any dreamer in range 1. Range 1 of what? Right? Oh, range 1 of the token, maybe? I still can't get to range 1 of the token. The best I can get to is range 2 of it. You know? So I think in this case, in the interest of time, for those of you who are watching this in the future, we just spent some time checking the rules, which I've cut out. And now I'm going to make this ruling that I can I'm potentially doing a movement action. It does say move up to 3 spaces, which is obviously not a movement action. It's clearly just giving me the movement of 3 spaces. But I don't know if the intention of the card was for me to sort of spot this earlier. But I don't like the idea that I'm going to be cut out of this thing I want to do just because I wound up spotting it a bit too late and I didn't know that this could happen. So I think a fair compromise is to give up the hesitation card and move the free spirit into the space. Because that gets her 4 points of movement and she can go 1, 2 with her Pathfinder, 3, 4. I think that's fair. So I'm going to allow it. It's my game and that's what I want to do. And if I'm wrong, and that's not allowed, then so be it. I will live with the consequences. Have I gotten to Etherfields secrets? No. Take me back to the app, please. I need the story part again. Here we go. So we go to we suffer 1 distress, which I'm going to have to deal with in a minute. Because we're going to suffer 1 distress, and then we're going to have to put a distress out here in the space, so now there's actually a wound on the board there, and it's really inconvenient and far away. I mean, I would point out as well that there's literally no clear indication that this is the space the cat is actually in. We just assume it because that's the space where the token's picture matches up. But it doesn't actually, there's no indication anywhere where the cat is. So, that's not good. But why would it have down here this range 1 situation the cat wasn't somewhere on the board, right? I mean, if it just said, any dreamer may suffer one distress, then I would assume that the cat wasn't anywhere, and I can just move 3 spaces to wherever I want to, and then just choose to interact with the cat. So I could make a tactical decision about where I want the wound to appear on the board. However, because of this range 1 stipulation, I presume the cat must be somewhere that I must be in range 1 of. So I can only assume that it's where the token is indicated. But these are all assumptions. You know, it's not specified. Come on, take me to story point 82. It will help for a while, but every moment of life is precious, especially for those who have so little left. The cat meows happily and walks around the dark room. Each dreamer may seal 2 cards to cure 1 distress or to gain 1 ether. What? That was not worth it. Except I made the cat happy, so I guess that was worth it. Yeah. Okay. Do I want to gain ether? Sure, why not? Shut up, Heggers! It was a huge advantage. I saved a cat. And that makes this whole stream and playthrough worthwhile. Okay. We did it. We got the ether, everybody. We can go and buy some cards. And now I have to buy cards before the end. Well, you always get a chance to buy cards when you go to sleep anyway. But now I'm going to have to buy cards because I can only save 1 ether between dreams if you go to sleepy sleep. And I will be going to sleepy times. Alright, we saved a cat. Job's a good one. Let's end the turn there, I think. And so, first off, our cockroaches here are going to trigger their basic effect. They move 1 space toward the nearest wound. Oh, they go over here, actually. Because there is actually a wound now. Well, that's fine. Is it fine? Yes, that's fine. Then they hit everyone in range 0, but there's no one. And then they're going to move actually 1 space down here, as well as they trigger their morphing effect. But once again, there's no one there. And they're not in the space with the wound either, so it's fine. And now they're actually going to roll their die to move. Uh-oh, this is actually kind of bad, because I needed them near the Reaper. And I thought that they would move to... Well, they'll move towards the nearest Dreamer, which I thought was going to be the Reaper, but now it's clearly not. Although I suppose if they wind up here after this move, it just means I need to get the Reaper here. That's so far away. Oh, maybe I ballsed this up. Okay, well that's move and move again. So, but they're just going to move 2 into here, and then they're not actually, even if they moved again, they wouldn't actually move anywhere, so that's fine. I guess I need to come up with a plan, because I need to go and get rid of those cockroaches. Oh, at the end of the round I should have spawned a cockroach, and he should have spawned in here. Oh, I should have spawned 2 actually. Oh, this is actually really bad. Oh, yeah, this is terrible. Oh, those ones are going to go away because they're in the light. Wow, every cockroach is going to go over there, and then they're going to go away because they're in the light. Huh. Huh. Alright, so I would have had to spawn this either here or here, which means I have to put it here if I don't want to trigger the wound effect from it being in here when the morphing took place, because it would have just stood there. It would have hit. So basically what that means is that when I trigger the basic effect part of this card, then this one would have moved one space towards the nearest wound into here, and it would have actually hit the Reaper with the basic effect, which is seal 2 cards. So the Reaper needs to seal 2 cards. Uh-oh. Ooh, uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. And then this one would also have moved here as part of the basic effect. And then during the morphing effect, this one would have moved here, and this one would have moved here. And then we roll the dice for movement, where this one goes 1, 2 like this, and this one goes 1, 2 like this. And then we actually have to roll for movement again. Oh, no, wait, this one doesn't even care about walls, though. So it would have actually gone... Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I can choose to move this here, I think, because it moves towards the nearest wound. It's got 2 options, and it doesn't give me a priority that says move towards the nearest dreamer. So I can put it there, actually, and keep my 2 cards. I will do that. This is the ruling I have made. Do not judge me. I need all the help I can get, after all. And this guy, I guess, would have just moved straight down here, right? So that was basic effect, and that's morphing effect. And this is the second point of movement, which is actually roll the die and move again. So this guy would have moved here as part of morphing, or here. And then this one would move 4 and get in there, and this one would move 1, 2, 3, 4 and get in there as well. So now everybody's there in that one space with the wound. So, uh-oh. I might be in trouble. We need a plan, guys. But that's actually the end of the turn. None of them are going to disappear because the free spirit's in there. So now they're all there with the wound token. This was not worth it. This was not worth it. This was all going well until I tried to save a cat. But you know what? I saved the cat. The cat mewed happily. The cat mewed happily. Worth it. Listen, Haggers, I'm going to now go in there and I'm going to catch every single one of these cockroaches and trigger the end of the mission before they can their next turn. Okay. So I also need to flip over a turn card. Oh, that's kind of clutch, potentially. Alright, here we go. Catching 3 cockroaches all in one round. Are you guys ready for this? Big brain moments. IQ 10,000. I don't have any movement. Okay. I'm going to spend all of these to trigger the candle's remote control. This card here, to turn off the lights in tile B2, which reveals card E. Mega Cockroach! Okay. So, how does this actually fit in here? Get out of here, cat. I'm glad that I helped you, but now I'm also cross with you. Alright, so this actually goes into here? No, that can't be right. Wait, B3. This is the wrong one. No, wait, B3. It goes here. Okay, we're creating an additional space that I'm unaware of at the moment, I guess. Oh, no, cockroach can move through walls, so it's just coming out of the walls. Fine. Goddamn cockroaches. It's just inventing a new space. Free Spirit's like, I don't like this cockroach party. This is like Ethan when he has to go through the wall with all the centipedes in RE7. This is like, no, nope, 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 nope. Okay. I got one card left. I'm gonna hang on to it. For now. Okay. Now I need to draw an influence card here with the Fear Mask and pray. How does help work again? If there's more than one dreamer playing, they may help each other. Whenever a dreamer performs an action and spends at least one intent, may support the action by discarding an influence card with the same intent color and adding one intent only. Do you think I can discard this card to use spirit tokens to add intent? Do you know what? To get around these confusing rules interactions, I'm going to keep that card and discard this card as part of the candle's action. Because I knew I needed this. Or at least I knew I needed one orange intent. Okay. Now here's the plan, gang. We are using the dark side with... This is a Reaper card. Costs 2 orange intent to relocate the dreamer to any other dark space. And then afterwards we have to roll the luck die. So the intention is to give up hesitation. Actually, I don't know if I can afford to give that up. Man, why do you never have the stuff I need when I need you to have it? Oh no, that's absolutely fine, actually. We're going to give up hesitation for one cunning, and we'll give up effort to help. And we'll move into the space over here, the cockroach party, right? Obviously. And then we have to roll the luck die. So this is only usable in dark spaces, and it says relocate your dreamer to any other dark space. Fortunately, I'm in the dark spaces, because I've just created that. Alright, now fingers crossed we don't roll the X, because that's probably bad. I don't really know what happens when we roll the X here, but it's probably bad. I do have a shining stone that I can use if I need to, though. Well, it's fine. We rolled the line. I went to show you guys, and then I re-rolled it into a 1, but... yeah. Alright, so that's fine. That card is gone into the right deck. And now, the great news is, check this out. I've got... Do I even use the hammer? Yeah, screw it. I don't know what's going to happen next. So I've got 4 Wrath here to catch these cockroaches. Plus I've got the hammer as well, where I can roll a die to add additional Wrath to this action. Provided I've got a good chance of this going well. I think. Actually, it's 50-50. Maybe I just spend this action. Yeah, screw it. I'm just going to spend the hammer. I don't care. Get out of here. I don't want to roll the die. I don't want to risk it. I'm just spending the hammer. That's 8 Wrath. And then, because I've got tactics prepared, I can apply this action to every single entity in range, which is all of them. So I catch all 4 cockroaches. Bye! Get out of here. You're done. Four tokens, please. Who wants to read the story 160? Yeah. That is how it works, right? Assault 5. If a cockroach is in the same space as a wound, discard that wound to discard that cockroach. Ah! If a cockroach is in the same space as a wound, discard that wound to discard that cockroach. Do you suppose this means that I can't actually hit them all at once? Simultaneously? Because there's only one wound here. Man, this level is fun, and I really like it, but there's way too many questions here, and I feel like these fun interactions are too confusing to resolve. I presume this means that I can't actually trigger tactics, which just kind of seems like not fun, because I thought I was being clever, and now I think that I can't actually be clever. Alright. I mean, all of that was pointless. I didn't even need to bring the Reaper over there. I don't think. 1, 2, 3. Hesitation, flashback. Yeah. Or keep that. Yeah. I mean, basically, I could pretty much have resolved this without the Reaper's help. And it probably would have just been better that way. Man, that's such a bummer. That's such a bummer. I want to do the cool, exciting thing, and it turns out it's just way more lucrative to, like, not bother. I'm not... I'm going back to the beginning. And I guess this is a, chat, this is a read the cards mic moment. There's not any point in doing any of that if I... Because the whole point of that was not really to get rid of all the cockroaches. The point of all of that was to get rid of the wound so we wouldn't trigger the negative cockroach element. But if the wound is gotten rid of when you catch the cockroach, I don't need to bother with all of that foofara. I can just literally, the free spirit can just catch a cockroach, get rid of the wound, bish bash bosh, job's done. You know? It's fine. But it's a shame, really, because I've gone from feeling clever and doing something I thought was cool to just kind of having to undo it. I guess that's the thing, though. You're never, ever, ever going to balance all of this stuff like that. Perhaps this is the one level with the peculiarities around that. Anyway, that's back at the top of the round. Because you see, what I can do here is I can actually just... It's a shame I can't catch 2, actually. I could potentially catch 2, but not this turn. I'll have to wait till next turn. I'll also have to move. But this is a way better play. It's just to play Shining, get a Shining Stone over here. And then I play out So Many Possibilities, which has a Wrath on it. And I play one of my Shining Stones to trigger... Oh, the Dark Source is Dark Space only. But I did discard a card with this, didn't I? Which is actually which one? Oh, this is what happens when you try to undo your turn. It's fine, so the one influence from there, so we will make it a dark space to trigger... Oh, but then I'm going to be trapped in here. No, I won't be, it's fine. I just need to use the extra Shining Stone. So I trigger the Spirit token for 1 extra... Insight? God, this is Rado levels of undo. Jesus Christ. 1 extra... Cunning to turn out the lights so that I can use Dark Source. which reveals card E. When I head out, that's fine. Yeah, Heggers, yeah, so someone has asked this question. And it's fine, you know, I get why, you know, they don't want that to happen or whatever. Because the code wrote... But that's what I mean, like, you know, it's sort of like... It's a fine line, I suppose. You know, this is the art of game design, isn't it? Because it's a fine line between balancing the puzzle so that the puzzle is intriguing to solve and challenging enough that it's not easily resolved, but also rewarding clever play without... And you can't... If you limit the player too much, then they won't be able to... They won't be able to realize clever solutions. But if you don't limit them enough, then it's too easy, and that's always going to be the balance. You know, that's why in games like with sort of deck building and lots of card play and things like that, it's really, really, really hard to balance difficulty over time. And that's why Chris and I were praising that in Aeon's End, because in Aeon's End the escalation felt really, really good, and it felt really, really well done. Even though we also felt like we escalated with power over the course of the game. You know, here I just kind of feel stupid because I didn't know that tactics at the time wouldn't have worked, because I like my problem here is that, you know, my problem was sort of grokking all of the possible rules interactions that were happening all at once, you know, and I think that that's kind of you know, I guess that's on me. Maybe it's because I'm playing two characters at once, which I probably shouldn't be doing, but I also feel like, you know, I'd really much prefer to be focusing on playing the game than trying to work out all these bitsy rules interactions and things like that. Because the fun part is, you know, I mean, you know, I don't mind getting into a position where I get screwed over or I lose because I failed the puzzle. But I also, you know, I enjoy that kind of sort of chagrin and... you know, failure, you know, like, oh, curses, you know, I almost had it. Like, I enjoy that kind of emotional response. But I also enjoy winning, obviously, everybody enjoys that. So, but what I don't enjoy is constantly checking the rules for rules interactions, because weird, funky stuff is happening, you know? And so, it's hard work. It's hard work to make this stuff intuitive and flow well. That's all I'm saying. You know, but... what can you do? Right, yeah, so I made the space dark, and now I can trade the Shining Stone in with the So Many Possibilities card to trigger Dark Source to take out one of the cockroaches and the wound as well. So we've captured a single cockroach, which is fine. And then in order to, I guess, not get completely in trouble with this card next turn, I'm going to flip over this token to grab 2 more points of cunning. I'm going to move diagonally to here, and then I'm going to move up here as well to get out of the way as best I can. They might still move 2 and come and screw me. We shall see. I think I will also use Catch a Breath, because I feel like now is a good time to do that, which gives me 2 hours on the clock, and also reshuffle your influence deck without penalty and seal this card. So I shall do that. And then it's the Reaper's turn, and I've got a whole lot of cards and literally nothing to do with them, because I have no movement at all. Maybe I'll just prepare very long arms, because that will let me take a very long-range assault action. And then I don't need to move, because I have very long arms, and I can just reach all around the map, wherever I want. So there. In any case. Yeah, Reaper still hasn't taken a distress, which is actually really funny. So she's still got the fear card. I think I did draw a card with fear already, though, so I can't move one, which is fine. Because there's no wounds now. I need to create more wounds. So that I can actually capture these cockroaches in the wounds that they're trying to open. It's all very bizarre. Okay. So with Reaper, I've got... not enough wounds. So I think I'm going to just give up these 2 cards here for 4 awareness in order to prepare Born from Pain. Suffering refines us. So every time she does take a distress, I will gain a Shining Stone. Now the question is, do I spend my remaining 2 cards to prepare Very Long Arms? I just don't think it's very smart, because that will leave me with no... no... Wrath at all. The other thing is, I forgot, I never actually used the Common Hammer, because I undid that bit. So I actually still have that, and I could have used that instead of making it dark and doing all of this rigmarole, but I'm not doing it again. So this is our life now. Turn over. And we're going to spawn a cockroach in the heart space, which is up here. There are no wounds, so I guess we're probably going to wind up sealing some more Reaper cards. And here's the movement roll. Regular cockroach movement. So this one's going to move in here. And these ones are all going to move too. So 1, 2 up to here or here. Because both put them equidistant from this free spirit. So I think I'm actually going to put them here, because then they'll disappear. And that gets some of them off the table, which is only a good thing, because there's kind of too many right now. But then they're going to trigger their basic effect, where everyone at range... Oh wait, they move 1 first though, but they move towards the nearest wound, if there is any, in both instances, and there are none. So these 3 are... Well, so first off, this one triggers its basic effect, which seals 2 cards from the Reaper. Yeah, this isn't great. I might trigger my luck thing and see if I can just unseal my cards. That would be great. Just in case. You never know. Or maybe I'll get more Shining Stones. Who knows? Either way, that's fine. It's all good. And then the morphing happens, but that doesn't trigger anything because there are no wounds. So then at the end of the round, the card flips over. We reveal the next card, which is going to be their basic effect. And then a move, and then a special effect. But also all the cockroaches in the sunlight run away. So that's fine. And now we're going to draw up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3 here, which brings me up to 6. So unfortunately I can't reset my deck yet, which is kind of a pain. Please give me effort. Nope. Yeah, I've got no way to take... Once again, I've got no way to take... distress. Oh, yes I do. Ha. Okay. What I will do is I will begin with the Reaper, and I'm going to use the Fear Mask to draw a card. I can't. I will take a distress and reset my deck. When I gain a distress, I gain a shining stone. Hey, cool. Combo. Combos are fun. We like combos. Hey, thanks to all you guys who are watching, by the way, and putting up with me getting cross with the rules faff on this one. I am actually enjoying the stream. I just wish that I'd spent a little less time parsing the rules and more time just enjoying the craziness of this cockroach just chasing around the flat thing, because it is actually really fun as a concept. I like this idea. I actually like the idea that you have to trap the cockroaches one at a time as well. It's it's really fun. Hey, thanks, Difter. I'm glad, man. We can be a bit critical sometimes and still enjoy. And I still love this thing. It's so simple, these overlay cards, but I just love this revealing more of the map mechanic. That was something I was really impressed with in the prototype, and I think they actually... I think I said something about that in a quote that they actually used for the game as well, or on their Kickstarter page. It said something about a really clever use of components really helps to bring the world to life. Alright, so I'm going to get one more card. Oh, it's tough pretty tough. Okay, well, I'm going to hang on to this one. This one's great, because this lets me basically redraw my hand and generate a distress. So being able to do that on command now is super useful. But first off, we'll just give up five Wrath, I think, to catch this cockroach, and then we've only got one left to do. So I think what we want to do... So we're on spades as well, so we're going to get a cockroach spawning... we haven't revealed the spades if there is one. So we're going to be able to put the two cockroaches that spawn wherever we want. We don't really want to seal any more cards because we've sealed tons of cards. There's not really much else for the Free Spirit to do at the moment, but I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand with the Reaper. So if we come back up here, what I want to do is I want to hang on to Pretty Tough, because that's going to be really useful next turn. This card is actually potentially pretty useful because we can warp from here to there if we need to. We're also on the last turn card, so I'm just going to take this moment to spend like 3 hours to add 3 more cards to the bottom of the turn deck. I'll just give these a little shuffle and then we'll put those on the bottom. You know, I was never really worried about running out of time, but you know, just in case. Hey, I'm glad you guys are really enjoying the stream. I've been really sort of like hot and cold on Etherfields so far, but I do, when I get to this part of the game, I really enjoy it. More or less, with the exceptions of the rules FNAF I was talking about. But I think it's really saying something that you sort of enjoy it in spite of it, of all of that. I do really think that I really feel like this could have been such a marvelous game if they'd sort of just streamlined it a little bit more. Because there's such a good game hiding in here, you know? There really is. And once I get to this point, I really enjoy it. But it's so much work to get to this point. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4... No, 3. 3 cards, I said. 3 hours I spent. I've kept the other 3 in case I need them. So we'll just put this one on the bottom there. And then flip them over like this. Cool. Okay. So the plan is to spend 4 Wrath with... So I guess we're going to spend Very Long Arms and Final Argument. I mean, they're cool cards to prepare or to use Final Argument to gain additional Wrath. But... Well, actually, I was coming up with a whole plan to use the Common Hammer to add the extra Wrath I needed, but I just realized I can use Final Argument to gain 3 Wrath and then Very Long Arms for 2 Wrath, so that's fine. We'll just do that. So there we go, there's the 5 Wrath we need to kick this cockroach in its butt, get out of here. 1 more token down here. Clear this wound as well. And I think there's something about sealing cards to heal wounds when you do that. Yeah, seal 2 cards to cure a wound. Not at all worried about that. So there's not really much else for me to do. I'm going to spawn a cockroach here and a cockroach here. Oh yeah, I remember actually. There was one more thing I was going to do. I was going to seal Thoughtful Moment to prevent the special effects step, because they're going to move and use that, and it's got range 1, and I just don't want to deal with that, you know? I mean, to be fair, I do seal cards probably a bit too willy-nilly. I could use this thing to unseal them, potentially. I mean, we can play that game in a minute. Oh, I always forget how that works. I need to grab the back of the rulebook here. It is, I think you can unseal a bunch of cards. If you succeed, you may unseal 5 cards. But if you fail, each dreamer seals 5 cards. So, but you can always back out as well if you think the odds are looking really, really bad. So maybe we'll do that. But honestly, because I go into the dream after, because I go to sleep after every dream and then do an awakening again, all the cards are unsealed automatically. So, Eddie, I love the idea of actually preparing very long arms and being like, hey, cockroaches, and just like swatting them from all over the flat, like, because my arms are so long. But I didn't actually use it for that. Never mind, though. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything else left for me to do on the map. I could turn out the light here, which might reveal something for me to do. I don't know if maybe that's worth it. I don't have a whole lot of cards. I don't necessarily see the point. I don't know what's going to happen when I trigger this if I just win. But let's have a think here. So we're on spades. We're going to get a cockroach. We can put both of them wherever we want. They're going to trigger their basic effect, which does nothing, and then they're going to move. So we're basically completely fine. We don't need to do anything. We can kill 1 cockroach next round by generating a distress. We can talk the other cockroach into leaving if we need to. So I guess we just end the round there. And so at the end of the round, 2 more cockroaches appear. I'll put 1 here so it's in the light. And I'll put 1 here so it's near the Reaper. And then, of course, we're going to start by triggering their basic effect. So everyone at range 0 seals 2 cards. Well, they move towards the nearest wound, but there aren't any. And then they do that, so that's fine. Now they're going to roll the die and move their actual movement, which is the 1. That's the 1 space. So I guess we can move this one along up here and this one down here into the Reaper's space. And then they would trigger their special effect, which would be awful. Everyone would have to seal 2 cards, but, you know, I blocked it off with the card that I sealed. Thoughtful Moment, which is a great card. So that's resolved. And of course, we've discarded a card, so that means this cockroach goes away and that one doesn't because it's in darkness, and also in a space with a dreamer. Double effect. And so now it's back to the dreamer's turns, and we've got 2 cards for the free spirit. Hesitation and hurry hurry, that's fine. And I think 2 cards for the Reaper as well. We got so many possibilities, and reaping. This is all fine. I've got plenty of Wrath. So I'm going to actually just play pretty tough, even though it's a complete waste because I'm only going to draw 1 card with it, but I need to create the distress. So I take a distress, and then I seal this card to draw 1 card, which is, of course, a terrible move if you don't need to create distress and you're desperate. How about before we seal this card, though, we play our little luck game? Why not? I don't see why we wouldn't. If, in the spirit of this game, we should do it. If I were playing this in a way where I could leave the game set up, and actually that was pretty funny earlier when I was on the Etherfields secrets forums. I was like Googling cat. You guys don't know what I'm talking about if you're watching this in the future because I cut that bit out. But essentially we spent a long time Googling what happens with the cat token. And I was on Etherfields secrets and someone had written, I want to leave this game set up because I want to play it through that way, but I have a cat. What do I do? I don't know, man. I don't think anyone can help you. Sorry. I think you're screwed. So now if I remember correctly, I draw 3 cards and then I decide whether or not I want to progress with this luck-based thing. So here we are. We're going to try to unseal 5 cards. We're going to start by revealing 3 for us. So there we go. We've got a king. That's a good start. Let me just sort out the focus here. And we've got an 8. That's pretty cool too. And we've got... oh, a joker. I think that's the best. I don't think I've had one before. Let me just check. But I like this hand, unless the joker's terrible, and then I hate it. Difter, Hegger says he also saw that post about the cat. Yeah, a joker is a 50. Yeah, let us proceed. So here are the 3 cards for mine enemy. Oh, it's a king. Oh, what happens if we tie? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, please let this card be bad. Aha! Yeah, I got away with it. That could have been terrible. Oh, I could have thrown the whole game for no reason. Oh, no, I don't even need to do this because I'm going to go to sleep and unlock all my cards anyway. It was tempting fate. This is the gambler in me. You know, Greg, if you're still here or catching up on this in the future, Greg, I should have played the gambler, man. That would have been my class. Literally over here gambling this whole dream for no reason. Alright. So we've used our 1 luck thing, so I'll leave the deck face up to remind myself I can't do that again. And I'm going to unseal 5 cards for each dreamer. So this is the Free Spirits deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is actually pretty clutch if I was playing sort of the game through, because I've sealed 8 cards with this character now. That's a lot of cards to be sealed. And with the Reaper, we've sealed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards as well. So just 1 card remains in there. These other ones come back out. Oh, we also took a Distress, so we can't use the Fear Mask anymore. Alright. Alright, 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 alright. Jammy Git. Thanks. You're right. You're damn right. Alright. Who's it? Michael, who refers to, like, luck as one of my skills. Like, luck's not a skill. Like, luck is a skill, and you've got it. Alright, so now that we've done that, we can go ahead and seal our card and kill this cockroach and end the dream, probably. Okay. So we're gonna seal... I just had this out. Damn it. Seal pretty tough. Draw a card. It's so many possibilities. We know what that does. We take a Distress, which gains us a Shining Stone. And we also put a Wound out here, which is fine. And then we play out all of the... I don't think there's anything else I want to do in this dream necessarily right now. I mean, all I could do is turn out the lights with... No, I think in the... I don't want to risk trying to do something. All of the what's happening tokens that I've checked that haven't been sort of like strictly connected to the story I haven't actually utilized. So I'm not going to like turn out the lights here to see if there's another what's happening and then check it out. I could also move back down here and check this out. But honestly, just on the off chance that whatever story 160 is doesn't end the game. It will though, won't it? Like once you've done the dream, that's it, right? Like once you've done the goal. I'm not looking at chat. Don't spoil it for me, chat. I don't know. What else am I going to find? I'm just thinking, I got all these cards on the Free Spirit. She's not doing anything. Oh, she doesn't even have the tokens to do it anyway. I suppose I could seal a card. I just unsealed a bunch of cards. I've also got the warehouse. Yeah, screw it. I guess let's do it. In the interests of doing something interesting, we'll move 1, 2 down to here using pathfinding. So we go back to that spot there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to give up Slap for 1 green token, and we'll give up Warehouse because it's useless and I hate it for 2 more greens, which is going to let us activate whatever this is. And hopefully it will be something vaguely useful. Probably it'll be something I entirely ignore. Oh. Hold on. We gotta get the focus. Right. There we go. A thin, tired woman holds a broken radio, trying to open it with a screwdriver. For some reason, it's stopped working recently. I'll try to fix it to pass time until evening comes. Choose one. Unflip a card, or seal 2 cards to unseal 1 chosen card. Yep. I was completely correct. It's another thing I don't care about. Or can't use. Cool. Alright. So with that in mind, let us simply give up 5 Wrath here to catch this cockroach. So that's Reaping the Dark Side, which is actually an awesome card, and also so many possibilities. Here we go. And now we can catch this cockroach, clear this wound, and gain our 3rd token. And go to story point 160. The cockroaches are caught. The slender figure of a woman, more like a shadow than a living person, hugs them as if they were her own children, and slowly starts to vanish. They did not come. Every day is the same. Although, something has changed. Is winter approaching slowly? I like winter. It's dark already. I'll watch TV for a while, and then I should go to sleep. Maybe they will come tomorrow? Each dreamer gains an ether. Each dreamer cures 3 distress. Each dreamer unseals 3 cards. Do all of these things. Can I scroll up? Thank you. We will not find the answers we are looking for in this house. It's not this house. The remnants of the Shadow Woman slip from the chair and, like a snake, slither beneath the basement hatch. This door. It was there the whole time. How did we only notice it now? A newspaper lies on top of it with an ominous headline. People have been disappearing into the underground for years. When will the authorities finally seal the entrances? So maybe it's here? Symbol of the silver key on the newspaper restores the hope that we are not in the wrong place. Gain a ship discovered in the basement, Dreamgate. Go back to the dream world. Nice! Hey, so that's a silver key. A potential lead on a silver key. And I know we need 3 of those to access the final dream. So we're making some progress somewhere. Yep. Cool, it was victory. Victory fanfare. Yeah, that was, I mean, like I said, I did enjoy that dream in the end. That was highly enjoyable. Yep, that was good. That was fun. That was I mean, yeah. Yeah. But, you know, healing, I mean, I guess, yeah. Yeah, that was fun. So we get to heal our distress. Blip, 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 blip. I'm going to lose all my shining stones. See, all of this stuff that I've accrued. All of my benefits, all of my prepared cards and everything. Oh, God. So we must go back to sleep again. Okay. So, now that we're back on the dream world, I guess there's no more tokens to spot in here. Because otherwise I would definitely have spotted them. Like the keen-eyed spotter person that I am. But I didn't. So, you know, that's that. Alright, so now we must follow the instructions precisely. Add tile 236B to the slumber map deck. I might have already done that, because I'm pretty sure when I first played this I got it wrong and added a bunch of slumber tile cards to the deck that I shouldn't have added. But in the interests of double checking, let us double check 236B. Ah. I have not. It is here. We shall not look at it. We shall just add it to the deck. So those are the starting tiles. What? I had so many turns left. What wondrous thing does it behold? Does it hold? I suppose I would be annoyed about that if this didn't reset every time I played. Having said that, I probably wouldn't have used those until after I did the thing. I think I used that a bit preemptively, just for the sake of it, because I knew it didn't really matter. Right. Before I do all of this, let's follow the instructions. Add card J to the Fate deck. Ooh, is that in here? It is. Ooh, I don't like it. Get over there. Restore the 3 shopping cards. I always start with the 3 shopping cards. The shopping cards represent the evils of capitalism within our dreams. Shopping can only bring benefits. It's never bad. Change the season to ordinary days. It already is. Discard the current dreamscape. Yep. Remove from the game all of the cards used in this dream. All cards and tiles of this dream, except for those already gained by dreamers, are added to the game decks, as well as the Dreamgate tile of this dream. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and... Where's my... I know I have a removed from the game card somewhere. Anyway, these are all going out of the game. I never got to see card B. It occurs to me, I never saw card B for this one. Which I guess is fine. Because... But I don't know where you would have found it. That's the thing. I checked a lot of places. Like, there's only like one thing I didn't do. But I would have had to do that before the wardrobe. I don't... Oh, do you know what? I bet it came from an entirely different... I bet it came from an entirely different thing, right? Like card B, you must have picked up... It's like one of those note cards I have over there, hiding under my face. But I've got all these note cards over there in the storage area. And so presumably I could have found that possibly in another dream. I didn't actually have it, did I? No. So I've got these 3 cards here, though, and these all come into effect at some point in other dreams. So presumably you could find one of these that might have had an influence there, I suppose, in the wardrobe. But I didn't find that, so... You know. Winter is coming. The resultant slumber is horrible. Oh, God. Well, I didn't get a slumber, though. I just got a slumber tile. Sorry, a slumber dreamscape tile. So... Oh, does it say add? No, look, there was a whole tile here that I didn't even see. Tile Z. Presumably one could unlock this somehow. And, you know, I love that, personally. Like, this card system and everything. I like, you know, I'm also a big fan of the Seventh Continent. You know. And that's what I mean, like, there's so much in this game that I really, really like. I just wish it sort of focused more on the fun stuff. And felt less sort of bogged down with... I'd rather have less really high quality content than just more content for the sake of it, you know? These dreams are so much fun on their own. I really don't understand the motivation for adding the slumber deck. Unless they were like, people are gonna be... This game is too easy or too short. I don't know. I don't know how many of you guys out there have actually finished this game already, but for me personally, I'm obviously nowhere near. X, Y, Z. Now we know our ABCs. Won't you put away cards with me? Removed from the game. Done it. And the Dream Gate is also removed from the game. Goodbye, Dreamgate, we hardly knew ye. But at least we read you correctly this time. So, gain Dreamgate, gain tile 2 Dreamgate tile, yeah. So, what we've done is we've unlocked another tile, and we've got to remember, how am I ever going to remember that this Dreamgate, because look, this is my Dreamgate envelope, right? Look at all the dreams I've got to do. Like, I've got so many dreams. And how am I going to remember that this one is the dream that had the silver key clue? I have to concoct a system here, folks, or else I'm going to forget it. I'm never going to remember. Then I'm going to be like, where are the silver keys? How do I find them? A ship discovered in the basement. This is on autofocus. There we go. To be frank, I didn't expect anything like this. I mean, now that's just very intriguing, isn't it? How exciting. I've got a system, folks. It's a very high-tech system. I don't know if you'll have heard of it. But if you bear with me here for a second, I will show you my high-tech system. Or I'll just show you my butt. Check this out. See this? This is called Game Customization. Silver Key. Question mark. Now we know. Maybe? We'll find out. Next time on Ready Steady Play. That's actually a pretty short pack-up. That was a short little dream, but I really enjoyed that. And I guess we have discovered... I like this app as well, actually, for the storybook. Like, I kind of miss thumbing through the storybook, but that was way more convenient, especially on stream, and I could actually show you guys. Maybe next time what I'll do is I'll open it up in a browser, and we can actually cut to it properly on screen, so that you guys can sort of see it without me just running my phone under the green screen. That would probably be the most elegant technical solution, so that'd be pretty cool. Okay, so with that in mind, I guess it's time to just go back to Sleepy Sleeps, because it is 2 o'clock in the morning where I am. Thanks for hanging out right up to the end, Haggers. I appreciate that. He hasn't nodded off at his computer. When we play again in the next few months and we've forgotten what it all means. Exactly, Haggers. That's why we leave the silver keynote. So that when we come back in 2 months or whatever. Well, or, you know, I'll try not to leave it 2 months before another Etherfields. But, yeah. I mean, what I'll do is because I'm going to do a little sleepy sleep here. I can't remember where our rules for going to sleep are. But there is... I think they're just in the rulebook. But, there is a buying section, so if there is a section where we buy some cards, I'll do that before I end the stream, just so we can all see. Yeah, here we go. Saving and restoring the game. After resolving the location effects, pause and save your campaign. You may now resolve a buying influence card step once, which I believe involves drawing 3 cards per dreamer, if I'm not wrong. So we've got... Did we get any ether for resolving that last dream? Huh. If I was supposed to take ether, I totally forgot to. Yeah, each dream regains an ether. Whoop. So I was just thinking I'd have 3 for purchasing. Okay, neato. I will grab some influence cards from the store, which are cunningly hidden off camera. The deck of influence cards is huge. So 3 for you. 1, 2, 3 for you. Alright, what we got here for our... Oh, we got another house in your pocket. We've got unclear but efficient. If you are performing an assault action, all entities in range 1 are affected by this action. Roll the luck die. This is actually a great card, though. I mean, I wish I'd gotten it on the Reaper, but it is a great card. Our other option here for the Free Spirit is the Crowbar. This is a progress card we can equip for 4 Wrath. It's an assault action only. It says the range of your current action is increased to 3, and you may discard this card to gain 3 Wrath. When I need a serious argument, I call the Crow. Damn right. I like unclear but efficient. I think I'm going to take this one, because I can use that to potentially whack a whole bunch of people. I can roll a die. I mean, the thing is, I very rarely prepare these red cards, but I do have the Dark Source, which is also a progress card to be prepared, so I think I will buy unclear but efficient. It seems really good. So that's 3 Wrath. 3 Ether, even. And these 2 go back in the deck, which I'll do in a minute. Let's see what we got for Reaper. Exactly. Instructions unclear. Hit entity over the head. Oh, Eddie, thanks for hanging out right up until bedtime, man. You know, you'll all have a nice dreamy time after that. Okay, what have we got here? Now or never. These are the cards for the Reaper. So this does something based on the turn suit. If it's hearts, gain Wrath equal to the number of distress you have. Well, that comes quite well with my whole thing. Gain Wrath equal to the number of prepared red progress cards you have. Again, not too bad. Gain 2 shiny stones. I mean, that's great. I like pretty much everything on this card. I don't like that it's a bit random, but also I do like that it's a bit random. What I'll probably do is enjoy it and complain about it, which is my right as someone who enjoys gambling, but also... I mean, gambling, you know, obviously responsibly in the context of gaming. Enjoys luck-based mechanics. I do. But also, you know, I'll probably just get mad about how it's not helpful situationally, which is my right. Oh, I drew another copy of Now or Never. Or... Okay, well, this obviously needs a shuffle. But I guess I'll buy a copy of Now or Never. And then shuffle the marketplace. But that also means that I can have 1 Ether card as well. So I can always keep 1 Ether for next time. Oh, buy Shining Stones. The card art is pretty wacky. You guys probably can't see it too well on the green screen because it's actually pretty green. Oh, no, that's no good. What about this one? So many cameras. None of them any good. There we go. It's pretty fun. Yeah. It's our chance. Potentially. Alright. Cool. Well, I'll let you cool cats get to bed, because I also need to get to bed and pack up this entire set. But thanks so much for joining me for another Etherfields stream, and I will be, of course, doing another Etherfields stream in the near future. If you like Etherfields, Journeys in Middle-earth, or Nemesis Untold Stories, please subscribe to the channel. Apparently that's all I'm playing at the moment, but that's fine. It's been a wacky year. So please do come back, and we will, of course, be playing other things and doing other things as well, and talking about games and things like that. So, yeah, that's awesome fun, and if you want to get involved in having a say in what we play, getting involved in these things, please also check out the Patreon initiative. I post there sometimes, and I try to get people involved in the decision-making process as much as possible. And I've got Heggers, Difter, and Eddie here left over at the end, and I know you guys are all Patreons, so thank you so much for your support. I really couldn't be making any of this happen without you guys. And this is, of course, the way I want to make this happen, with the support of the people who enjoy the content and appreciate what we're doing. So thank you very much, and I'll see you guys all in the next stream. Now go get some sleep. Bye!